Welcome to Distinguished Golem, a free agent tournament for all skill levels. Anyone can register, and you can register as solo, but you can also register as a team. But keep in mind you're gonna be put in different teams instead of playing together. Now, since this is a free agent tournament, the teams would be balanced in multiple ways. Those ways are gonna be the solo rank, the comp experience, the playstyle, the signal strength. The signal strength is the internal EXP system or art amount of exchanges to go along through the list they've played in, and time zones. Now we're now the teams are gonna be separated by brackets. The bracket we're watching right now is. So do you remember what the bracket is?
So we are going to be watching the power bracket.
Okay, so we're watching the power bracket, which is the highest bracket we have in this tournament. The order of the power of the brackets are from the power, wisdom, and then courage. Brackets are completely independent and will never have matches from other different bracket, brackets. Now, the format we have for right now is preliminaries, 4 rounds of Swiss, and play all three. So right now, we're watching the fight between Boorish Breakdown and Cooling Clothes. Boorish Breakdown having no legs. Wait, I can't read it. Yagi, Slimeser, and Yagi, Slimeser, and Manu. And for Cooling Clothes, we have Ale, Zeppelin, and Andres. So, do you have anything to say?
Yes. If anyone has been following us in the previous seasons, then they know that our stream started a little bit later than normal today, and we are coming in on round 2, the preliminary group stage. It is a play all 3. Our teams are just now starting to get ready, and here we are. Our first match is going to be on Inkblot Art Academy, and it will be tower control.
Yes, yes. Now we're waiting for the teams to start. Have a go back. Oh wait. Start. Okay, TC Inkblot. Continuity. Zap, Brush, Gal, Ballpoint. Three teams again. Boorish Breakdown. Moving close with the 96 and Hydra, a white pair and a top.
Yeah, starting off, it looks like both teams are trying to head into mid. Cooing Close does lose 2 players in the first 20 seconds. It's not necessarily a great start for them, but Boorish Breakdown kind of a little bit slow to pick up the momentum here.
Kind of slow did it. Now, moving close is including space and throughout almost 40%. It's just the Boorish. The problem GG. Let's get pressure there. Yes, top. Good top. You said got two top. You also good top. Top back. Good wall.
Andres had to pull the vac on that one to protect himself, but they did lose 2 players anyway, and Boorish Breakdown is making their way past first checkpoint already.
It's like Cooling Clothes are trying to recuperate themselves, but they're getting zoned out by the whale and the Fizzy's from the Boorish Breakdown. They seem to have traded players. Like, Inkchess about to be out of the field.
And Zeppelin on the Hydra was in a good position here for defense for Cooing Clothes. They're using a couple of specials, the hammer I might have seen that the Booyah Bomb finally got charged at some point to try to stop this push in its tracks. Oh no! A player dipped into the drink there.
Yeah, they lost 3 and Boorish breakdown is getting advantage here with pushing tower. Though all of their players are near tower and not pushed up, might be a bit of trouble. We got now Boorish breakdown is down 3. Oh, they got wiped, so
They did get a. Hopefully, Cooing Clothes can make the most of this. I would like to see maybe the wiper and the bucket watch these ledges up on Boorish Breakdown's plat.
looks like the Slosher got taken out and their entire team got taken out. Looks like the snap was left and that was a point.
Yeah, that was a pretty hefty defense from BB, as I will now be calling Boorish Breakdown. You hear the Brush trying to do the best they can to push into the bat, but Andres and the Hydra are not having it.
Alright. They're still contesting tower, the inkjet. Now taking 1, they're taking 2. They should be able to get this checkpoint while their Hydra, while Cooling Clothes Hydra comes out with snap and gets taken out.
Yes, they do get past the second checkpoint, on their way to the third checkpoint. BB has lost a couple players, the stamp is out,
BB has
the
lost all
Booyah
of their
gets
players.
used, yeah. That was a great coordinated effort, Cooling Clothes.
Now it looks like the CC's Brush are pushing up, taking space here. Now everyone's looking towards stack. The CC pops 2 specials. The Brush is going around trying to kill the specials, but it didn't seem to work out.
No, it didn't. They actually lost 2 players. The gal on the ballpoint putting up a great defense here. Now Cooing Close on the back foot again after losing 3 players. But the Slosher's not giving up. He gets taken out on the stack.
Yes. So it looks like the BB's Brush is pushing up while we're seeing a fight towards mid. It's like their CC's down by 2, their Hydra and their Wiper.
Slosher doing a good job of trying to get the players off of the tower. In the last 20 seconds here, CC does have a couple specials. They're using the ink strikes. The Wiper's trying to take advantage of the space that it gained on the plat. But now they have to have someone on the tower.
Have someone on the tower and they're getting whaled and oh, that's the first game to BB or Boorish Breakdown.
Yeah, after seeing the opening was a little bit slow for BB. They were able to get, I think we saw 3 players down pretty quickly, but they were not that fast at picking up the momentum and starting to push the tower, but once they finally did, as we saw, they got all the way to the 3rd checkpoint.
Yes, and it seems like Cooling Clothes had the problem of not being able to take too much space there. Let's see from the highlights what happened.
Yeah, this highlight of the Hydra, I believe that's Zeppelin on Hydra, always finding, it seems like, the best position to be in, except for this Inkjet from Maru, who's able to catch them before they got up to bats, which we know Zeppelin would have been in, as we saw later in the match.
Now we see BB still taking space, even though they're down a couple players. Now looking at.
Yeah, hopefully coming in the next couple of games, I would like to see a little bit more coordination from both teams. So far it seems like BB, they were able to finally push the tower really far on this first game, but it kind of seemed like, you know, people were just trying to take advantage of the space that they got instead of being coordinated when they did it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, especially when CC was pushing, it doesn't seem like they really coordinated that much towards their push. They were clumped up together instead of taking advantage of the wipeout, which would lead them to more points.
Yeah, exactly. And now our second game will be Rainmaker on Humpback Pump Track, which is one of my favorite map mode combinations.
Yes. That's one of my most favorite maps in the entire game. I'm so glad they brought it back to Splatoon 3.
Let's go! I feel
Let's
like
go
this
for
map gets a lot of hate, but I love it so much.
probably because of Stingray, but that doesn't exist now.
Yeah.
Let's go. Looks like Boorish Breakdown is going with a heavy edit for this match. Interesting, since this is a new weapon for the season. Now it looks like the Slosher tried to get a Fang pick, but it's gonna get picked off. But CC does get the Rainmaker. He's trying to work towards there. Well, probably about to get another Rainmaker, but he's down 2 now. If
Yeah.
can
We're seeing a lot of action coming out from both teams at the beginning of this match. And here we see finally using the Inkzuka, not finding any picks, but maybe able to get some space here now that the Rainmaker's reset. BB might be able to try to push up on this plat. No legs using the crab. But they lost 2 players in mid, and CC was almost able to pick up the Rainmaker again.
CC also lost 2 in mid, but looks like their BB's brush is trying to push in from behind them. They try to make a push of sorts, but they get picked off. Meanwhile, you see no whale. Now BB tried to stay. BB taking space in mid. Now facing against a cruel choke point while being pinched.
Yeah, Boorish Breakdown. They had the Rainmaker for a moment. It looked like they were taking space. They had the Inkzuka, they had the Rainmaker to shoot and get space. But I believe that was the Slosher, or the Tri-Slosher from CC, was able to flank in. Now, Shoes on the other foot, and we might see the checkpoint, and we do for CC.
We do see the checkpoint. Looks like. Let's see if they can continue to push. CC popping a stamp. Got 1 traded. Now they're even in numbers. Let's see if they can continue this hold. Now they got 1. Popping the cooler here.
Line of defense.
Yes, let's see if they can stop it. They did stop it. They got 2 of it. And now we're probably gonna see a reset. Unless... No, we're seeing a reset.
No legs, trying to call in some backup in mid. Using crab, take space, maybe get a pick or 2. I think we also saw the Inkzuka from BB. BB gets the checkpoint. Now if they can pop this and paint ahead for the Rainmaker, they might take the lead here.
Looks like they're gonna get the lead here. CC going on a delayed wipe here. Can we see a KO here? Oh, alright.
Down to 1. Oh, a little bit shaky on the defense. Cooing close. They pulled out an Ink Strike, but they got wiped, but they were able to stop them, and that's all that matters here.
Yes, now CC trying to go over on the right side to pick her up. Looks like they got wiped completely. This might be a bit hard for them.
Yeah, the Rainmaker alone in the corner. Not the best place to be for the defending team, but it's a little bit hard to push the Rainmaker from this spot also, as the, from the offensive standpoint. Oh, I
Oh,
think
wait, the
we just saw a super jump into the crab, but they got picked immediately when they landed.
looks like BB is gonna resend it. The CC popping Tacticaler and the Ink Strike, getting the Rainmaker here. Let's see if they can turn this around and KO.
Yeah, they're starting to be a little more coordinated in this game. But perhaps they're using their specials a little bit too close together. I think we saw they used the Booyah, they also used the Cooler, and now they don't have the specials to push up, but they
They
were
got
able to
two
find
though.
two! Okay.
Looks like the crab's gonna have a chokehold on the chokehold. What? Looks like CC's Rainmaker just got down and the Trimaker is the only one left here. Let's see, just jump from the Hydra, but it's in vain. Looks like BB's just gonna hold it off for the win.
Yeah, unless someone can get to the Rainmaker in these last 2 seconds, that's the game.
That's the game. Now, CC. Was it CC?
I think yellow team was BB.
Yeah, okay, BB won. Okay. BB won the match, but we're still playing all of them.
Yes, we do play all 3 in the prelims.
Let's see the highlights here of the heavy edit.
Yeah, this was the first Rainmaker grab. Andres on CC. I thought they were going to make a nice little run. You see they used the Booyah and everything. They weren't really able to do much with it at the beginning.
Yeah, it does seem like they were a bit delayed on their special usage of each other. Doesn't enough to where it doesn't combo with each other.
Yeah, something else I noticed from BB is they were a little bit more coordinated than the last game in TC, but it wasn't quite together still. Like No Legs would be using the crab, trying to make space, and it would be the perfect opportunity for the sloshers to go in and, you know, take advantage of the drop off from the crab, but we didn't see anybody going in to follow up the crab.
Yes, it seems like they were playing with the crab instead of pushing up.
Yes. This run, super impressive. The brush was able to pretty much ignore the tri-strike, find 2, maybe 3 picks, and I feel like that really paved the way here for getting down to 1.
Yes, it was a bit hard for CC to come back from this. But they did try though with this last hold, but the crab just stopped the Rainmaker from going forward, which led to their eventual demise.
Yeah. That corner is such a tough spot to be in on this map with the Rainmaker. It's like, if you have the paint and you have a couple players with you, you can just make a beeline for the final podium. But if you are missing even 1 or 2 players, it's like you're just stuck in that corner until you die.
Looks
As the
like
Rainmaker.
from the teams, it looks like their weapon pool is either so diverse or just one weapon type.
Yeah, we see that a lot. Hey, coming in
Interesting.
on Splat Zones on Mahi.
Looks like which team is this again? No, we see a pencil from BB, I think. Yeah, we see a pencil coming out from BB and a Sorella. Ooh, looks like BB's gonna take it, but they're all gonna be wiped out. Yeah.
Wow, GC starting off strong in this match.
Yes. Let's see if the brush can hold up that far without getting punished. They could, unfortunately. Let's see. CC popping on Booyah to take more space. But BB clumped up very much together on the left side. Let's see if CC could punish that.
The inkjet gets caught out a little bit too far, but they might have bought just enough time to get the zone capped if they can paint over this tri-strike, and they do.
They do, and CZ's down too. Let's see if they can. Oh no, they got wiped out by the Zuka.
Yeah, Zuko was able to find a pick. The Brella now doing the best they can, push up on this ledge. This ledge is such a tough point to combat against when you're the team that's holding the zone.
Oh no. We see the ballpoint jump into the pencil in the corner, just getting punished over there while they were trying to reset. Let's see if BB can take out that space. Like they got 2 picks off and now trying to get on zone. Let's see.
We have Inkjet Tacticooler combo coming out for BB. Might give them the space they need to get the zone capped. But 2 of their players go down. 3 players go down.
Yeah, but CC just got delayed wipe by them. Let's see if the Hydra can get a sneaky pick off before they have to go back. Looks like they can't get a pick. It's interesting to see more combinations.
There's tri-strikes coming in. Looks like it's just enough to stall the zone. Not enough for the cap. The
CC
stamp is
using
out.
all of her specials to get zone, but it seems like that didn't work out.
No, BB did a really good job at kind of spacing out. They were a little clumped up, but as soon as the specials came out, they spaced out, they kept paint on the ground, they helped each other move out of the way. This is going to be one last stand now to get
Well,
the
let's try
zone
with
cap.
the hammer. Oh no. Now it's a 1v2. Let's see if the bucket traded. I don't think they can cap now. Oh, that's game. 3-0 Boorish breakdown and cooling clothes.
I hope we get a chance to see Cooing close again. I feel like they were right on the cusp of coordinating together. But BB, so far with these 3 games, it's like they work together better and better all through this match.
Yeah, I think the difference between the 2 teams is the special usage I've seen. It's like BB was a tad bit better with the special usage compared to CC. The moment we see CC using their specials, like on this map, look, they used pretty much all of their specials to try to take space. Especially from last hold when it was under 40, I think so.
Yeah. It's like, BB does a better job at kind of like spacing out their specials and using them to follow up. Or like preemptively to keep CC out of mid. Whereas CC would just kind of, like you're saying, just use them all at once, take space, but then it's like now they have nothing to defend afterwards, or nothing to follow up with afterwards.
Yes, which leads them into a stranded place where they have to take just raw 1v1 against the other team. Might have specials to counter them.
So that completes our round 2 here in season 40 of It's Dangerous to Go Alone. I believe we'll be taking a quick break while we wait for our teams to finish up this round, and we'll be back with round 3. are back. We are gearing up for round 3 here in the group stage of It's Dangerous to Go Alone Season 40.
Yes. Looks like for the third round, looks like we're seeing Astonishing Authority versus Elastic Excalibur. It's like the
I'm
teams
just
are
now
pretty.
noticing that our teams, our scores have to be reset to 0. And there
Yeah.
we go. Thank you very much. So, taking a look at our maps, we're going to be starting with Barnacle and Dime Clamblitz. Oh, this is interesting. A lot of teams, a lot of players haven't had that much experience yet with Barnacle and Dime.
I mean, no one plays on that map, so.
Wow, that's pretty harsh. I really like Barnacle and Dime, and believe it or not, Clamblitz, one of my favorite modes.
So, I don't recall anyone picking Barnacle and Diamond to captain.
It's pretty good. I
Alright.
like the fact that, it's your entry point. It feels like it's kind of narrow, but if you're the attacking team, you can kind of get creative with the plot over to the left. You can go up the ramp, and there's that uninkable section. You can guard the ledges on the right. It's a good map.
It's a pretty open map compared to the other maps that we see on the pool here, which is a Sturgeon, Tower Control, and Under Torre Maker. Both are pretty well-rounded maps for push and defense. TC and Rainmaker.
Yes, and looking at our previous couple of rounds, I believe both of these teams have seen a win and a loss, so this match could be pretty important as far as points go to determine if they stay on track to make it to Top Cut. So I'm pretty excited.
Is that a fire field I see from EE? And a
Yes.
and a range from AA?
Yes.
Let's see how they do in this one.
Hey,
Both teams
couple
having
of
one
early
down already.
picks. And here we see Lexi on the charger.
See, we see the roller flanking around. Let's see if they can get a pick off. They got a pick off. They're even in 2 numbers. Let's see if they can get up one more. No, it's now a 1v1 between the range and the roller in mid.
Yeah. A little bit scary there, the roller on EE. If that's how this game is going to be, then AA is going to have a lot of hard work ahead of them in this game.
Yes. AA has to watch their funnels, to watch the roller flag very much. So they don't have a quick way to check for rollers. See the strikes coming from EE, looking for the push up. But they got 2 down, but they did manage to trade, but it's only the fire fin left, so they have to reset.
Yeah, AA doing a great job at kind of keeping some paint on the ground. Ink, rather, sorry. Keeping ink on the ground, making sure the roller can't sneak up on them. Nice quick pick from Lexi on the charger there.
Looks like AA was able to push up, but they didn't have enough clams to score him for a basket. Looks like they get another pick in. Maybe try to find another push in.
Oh, the point just got their special ready, but they went down. 2 down now for AA, just the blaster and the slosher remaining. They've got some juice from the tactic cooler.
Yes, looks like they're trying to push up. They do get picked off, but it's not that bad since they got tactic cooler. Let's see. E's looking for a push in. They have 14 clamps and looking for a score. They got a wiper down. Let's see, they got ball play down only to try and the snipe with the ranger right behind.
Wow, it's like they're just not quite able to keep up the momentum on either side here.
Either side has not seen a score yet. They have seen an entrance to their basket though, but when they get there, they just don't have enough clamps to score, or
Yeah.
even a power clamp to score in.
If Lexi is able to use her special here and get the tri-strike going, the roller might be able to follow up.
AA does get a pick on them with the inkjet, but they do have a trade on that behalf. Looks like they're trying to get traded again, but no matter with the tactic ruler. Now A is down one. Looks like E's trying to get ahead with a tri-strike. Let's see if they can get a
Another
score in.
tri-strike. They might be able to finally break the basket here, and they do.
They do. Let's see if they can get the second. They get the second one with a wipeout, but it's fine since they scored.
Yeah, and they got it down to 60. It's not crazy in Clam Blitz, but considering there's less than a minute and a half left, that might have just sealed the deal for them.
Look at the entire match. It might be good since we haven't seen that much scores yet. Because it takes a lot more effort to get the lead back down.
Yes.
See, but AA is looking for a push with 15 clams. Let's see if they can.
Lexi, the last line of defense there, but they don't have the clams. Finally, they
Wait,
were able to throw some clams in, break the basket.
could their wiper hold long enough for them to maintain this push or not? Let's see. Oh, the clam just closed right in front of him. For them.
This
Try looking.
Tri-Saucer had 6
They got-
clams, gets punished for pushing up against the backliner. Maybe if they had a little bit more ink on the ground, or if they had their cooler.
They got just a bit of help. They might have gotten the charger, but there's 10 seconds left. Let's see. Can AA make a counter push to get lead here into overtime?
2 players go down on EE. One of the clam carriers goes down for AA, but
They missed the score.
missed the score.
They scored the no.
Oh
No.
my gosh!
Oh.
The
Oh.
hammer gets a trade.
Last.
Wow.
That's. What's this map called again? Barnacle.
Barnacle and dime.
Barnacle and dime to EE. Here.
That was an amazing effort at the end from AA.
Yes. Looks like the try was. Main thing I saw here was they were really struggling to make a push here. When they did make a push, they just didn't have enough clamps to actually score it. And we see this roller flank from 30 seconds in.
Yes, it was beautiful. But we didn't see that much action from the roller after that, so maybe AA started doing a better job at keeping ink on the ground, keeping an eye out for that roller.
Yeah.
Lexi did a great job staying alive, doing backliner things during this match, finding a good position, especially taking that top uninkable section. They were able to punish the slosher. I believe they punished also the blaster from the enemy team.
Yeah. Thing I noticed with their comp is there isn't really that much range. They just have their charger S range. Kind of
Yeah.
is okay, I guess. They did get 2 clamps in, which secured them the victory. Victory. We only saw. See, like here, you see AA already pushed up, but they just didn't have a power clamp to actually start it earlier, which just led them to have 1 power clamp and with nothing for support.
Yeah. Excuse me. The Wyvern did a great job at trying to make space and stay alive there, using the stamp, hoping that the teammates would find a chance to get additional clams, and it just didn't work out, it seems like, as far as the timing goes when everyone was respawning.
EE did an amazing job just containing them whenever they have space around their basket.
That is true.
Just led to just no pushes from AA there. Now we're going to Sturgeon Shipyard Tower Control.
I love this map and mode.
I also love it because I'm a machine main, but otherwise.
Okay, we see the same comp, I believe, from EE.
Is it the same? I think it's the same comp for both teams.
Oh, it is. Except the
And
Wiper traded
Wiper-
missiles for the stamp. Early missiles
Yeah.
from the Wiper.
Oh, flashbacks to Splatoon 2 with that one.
Yeah.
It is good though, since they have beacons this time, so they can at least attempt to maintain a push this time.
Yes.
Looks
AA
like
starting
EE's
off pretty strong. They were able to find a couple of picks. They were staggered, but it got them to the first checkpoint so far.
Yes. Looks like E's popping a try strike to try to get tower out. Looks like the roller's gonna trade, but AA is still maintaining a push with 3 players.
Yeah, and they're already down to 49.
The
Coming up
beacons
on
are
the
gonna
next checkpoint.
it's gonna be hard on E if they can take out the beacons. It's gonna be a fast route back to the fight if AA does die.
And
E is
Jax on the blaster doing a great job keeping the team back on this ramp.
oh, is AA maintain? Oh, okay. AA got wiped out. Let's see. E is gonna take up space in mid, but they did go down. But AA just got down from 1 strike, if I saw that correctly.
Yeah, 2 players I think went down to the 1 strike.
A bit rough on AA side, but they should have enough time since they got a checkpoint. They got 2 checkpoints actually. See
Here
missile
come the
popping down
missiles
with the
that cause chaos in mid.
Roller pushing up really far. Didn't get any picks though. That might stop the push here. Looks like their sap I think jumped out. There's someone in pit. I didn't see.
Yeah, maybe to preserve the tacticooler.
Yeah.
The charger and the zap over on this left side, trying to make sure that he doesn't jump back on the tower right away.
AA popping an early inkjet, trying to contain more space. But
Oh!
Charger getting that pick on the what's it called? A wiper again. Roller tried to take up space up front. And probably looking for a flank again. Look at where the camera's looking at.
Yeah, the roller's got the bubble, so if we know this roller, they're gonna try to go into the enemy's courtyard, pop a bubble, try to get a pick or 2.
Yeah, it seems like the roller's trigger for flanking is if their team has a special, which they didn't, so the roller just stayed with the team. Like, I'm gonna make that prediction. It's like the roller's going way back. They won the 1v1. Ballpoint's looking for them.
Roller
Right? Can they
causing
win the 1v1?
chaos!
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh,
Wait,
with the
They,
trade!
they died from the curling! The roller causing enough mayhem in the backline for AA to not make any space at all from the front line.
That's true, but AA is in the lead, and with less than a minute and a half left, they don't really have to push the tower anymore. They can just kind of
Roller,
sit back, get trades, buy time.
yeah, roller not trying to be a hero, trying to get more picks off like last time. Let's see if the charger can diff the jet here. Or they're just gonna hide. Okay. See,
Ooh, the
ooh,
teammates protected the landing of that inkjet. You love to see it.
good to see it. We saw the T-Tech tried to fight Crab, but they just got punished. They just met like 3 people. So the T-Tech tried to punish the jet's landing.
In the last 30 seconds here, EE just had their ends up respawn.
Oh,
They
can we see
found a
another
pig.
roller flank?
They found
Oh,
2 pigs so
they got
far.
stopped now. Oh, can they make a counter push on this? They're down the roller. They don't have a solid front line right now. See if the charger can make this crucial pick. Oh,
Just a few seconds of overtime, but they weren't able to hold the tower. Compared
and
to the
that
first match,
evens up
that's
the
pretty
score.
interesting.
Yes, that even ups the score as well. They're 1-1 now. The roller just so much perspective in the roller that match. That it's just the roller's flag wasn't enough to win them the game.
No, it wasn't. I think they needed a little bit more follow-up. Either they had to wait a little bit more before they flanked, or their teammates had to act a little bit faster to follow it up.
Yeah, it looks like when the roller flanks, it's like the perfect time where uh AA wasn't looking, but at the same time their teammates were ready to capitalize on the flanks as well.
Yeah. Here we see this is AA getting the tower down to, I believe, 49.
No, they got second checkpoint. It should be about 20,
Oh yeah, down to 20 something.
23, 22. Yeah, 22. Made a very solid push early game, and they just had to defend the last few. Now we see the roller causing mayhem in the backline.
Kalium on ballpoint
Look at
was
this
not
is
having.
corner kill. Or splat, I mean. Well, yeah. Looks like EE wasn't just able to capitalize off the roller flanks.
Yeah.
It was, it just left them like stranded. Liter brush from EE. Meanwhile, AA is
Okay.
keeping the same thing. If it
Alright.
ain't broke, don't fix it. I
That's
guess.
right.
The early rage pick within into a early missile. Liter's looking for a pick. Ooh.
Oh, the brush goes down from EE, but both teams are down a player now. This might come down to a game of specials.
Yes, but if AA can realize that EE is only playing towards snipe, then they're just gonna run it to the other checkpoint to the left.
Yes, here we see the inkjet holding them off on the right, while they do move the Rainmaker towards the left, but they weren't able to get the checkpoint.
Yeah, I believe the brush and the zap were running behind them, so they were just getting caught off on both sides.
Kira on the wiper, trying to be sneaky, the E leader with a warning shot to let him know I see you there.
I see, it's totally not a miss shot. Oh, but AA is wiped. Okay.
They can
Let's
get a
see.
quick pop and a run for checkpoint here.
Let's see if they can run it for checkpoint without the bastard killing them, spatting them. I mean, they did get checkpoint. Now they're down 3 for the checkpoint.
Yes, but was it worth it? Will be the question.
Might be worth it, like the Cavs game we saw earlier, where they just couldn't make a push in. But we still have 3 minutes, so it could go either way. Rainmaker's a fast-paced game, after all.
Ballpoint's got Inkjet ready, trying to use it on the backliner. Has to be wary of the pop from Rainmaker though. Got a little bit too close for comfort.
They got the jump camper. They got
You can't test
EE.
Lexi on the E-leader. Something I've learned from watching these matches.
It's like the Ether's just barely getting contested. The only time I've seen them getting contested was when they were pushing or so, I believe. It's like
Nicely
been-
timed missiles for AA.
it's been one. See, it's been 1 minute and we haven't seen a push out of mid yet.
Oh!
Nice!
Nice one.
You think they just jumped for the trick shot or to actually dodge the inkjet shot?
Yeah. Was it a trick shot or was it a dodge? We'll never know.
Was it intentional?
Yes.
CE tried to make a push, but they just got caught off from behind.
Yeah. AA's in a not necessarily a safe position to make a push, but they kind of have to make a move here. Looks like they're gonna go for this right checkpoint. The Zipcaster going in gets picked.
Oh,
EE is down 2 players
wait,
now.
you're going left?
They switched directions. They got a sneaky checkpoint.
They got a sneaky checkpoint, but they didn't get lead. Okay. They managed to diverse it well enough to where the Eliter didn't get a position to just cut them off.
Yeah, that was beautiful from AA. Now EE's gonna have to really protect this
Push a
Rainmaker.
bit. Oh.
They were able to stop the
EE's
blaster.
Oh, the Tri-Slasher getting 2 people. And the missile just cornering them, leaving just a zap left trying to get their tacticooler for just the last push of this match.
Hira on Wiper, inking everything up, trying to get some missiles, trying to get ready. Hopefully they can pop the Rainmaker, activate in overtime.
The Brush getting a pick, AA popping a jet here, but they're just E is just getting isolated from one another, and we see game from that.
Yep, they tried to use the triple ink strike to pop the rain, but there wasn't enough time.
They were just a bit late on popping it.
So, third game goes to AA. Started off shaky, but they were able to
And
momentum from their win on game 2 and take it 2-1.
yes, looks like AA is just chilling with the inkjet. It looks like their ball player is a strong inkjet player, or at least I see so. At this point.
Yeah, definitely.
But from these matches, the AA split the push so much that the Eliter just didn't have a post, so they just took lead, and a quite far lead as well, which is near uninkable. I believe they got it too.
Yeah, right on the edge of the uninkable.
Yeah. And EE just kind of just struggled to find openings to actually push off, because I believe what was happening is they were trying to find the Eliter taking a pick first before going in. 'Cause
Mm.
I don't see or the brush zipping in for a pick. I didn't really much see the T-Tech, nor the Zap really push in from them. At least from what we're seeing. See, I thought they were gonna dunk right, but they just switched over to left.
Yeah, they did the switcheroo. The whole stream
Yeah,
team was confused, so that's how you know it was a good one.
got bamboozled.
I don't appreciate it, but it was beautiful.
Mhm. See, look at this weapon pool. It's quite the team's weapon pool is quite diverse. Okay.
So this concludes round 3, and we'll take a quick break, and we'll be back for round 4, the final round of our group stage. Stay tuned.
Oh,
Welcome
we
back.
are back. Yes, we
I'm
have quite
sorry,
a
go ahead, not
diversity.
to.
No, no, no. Anyway, we're facing against historical harmonics and glorious Gherkin. Looks like both teams have quite diverse weapon pools.
Yes, they do.
I see Mako Mart Zones, my favorite map. Wait, all of these maps are really good.
They
Mm,
are. Definitely in like my top, I don't know, 7 or so.
These are like my top 5.
Wow!
Mako
Makomar
Mart
Splat
Zones.
Zones, yes. It's a classic. It's beautiful. It's a balanced map. Got
It's
everything
the
you want.
it's the perfect map. I'm not biased because I'm a machine main, totally.
No bias here from either side. It's just a good, honest map.
Mako and Manta Maria Clam Blitz and Hagelfish Tower Control. I believe the entire community agrees that these 3 maps are quite good. They're like not that bad.
I'm not sure if that's true, but we're gonna roll with it as we start our
Arts
first game.
Mela. Wait, did I see that name correctly?
I believe you
From
did.
GG.
Yes.
Double Splatling from GG with a Zapanus shot. And from HH, we see a double slosher with an Explo and a try. With aggressive front lines.
Yeah, it looks like both teams are probably gonna be a little bit more on the aggressive side.
HH just got taken out in their base by a flank from GG, I believe, from their shot.
So here we have a cap. We're heading towards sub 70 points already as there's Rain, Inkzuka, even the Explo pushing the zone here. The zone does flip for HH. But
Let's
can
see.
they follow it up?
There's 1v1. Looks like GG won that 1v1. Let's see if they can capitalize off it. They pick off the Expo. They take zone. Now HH
Oh,
popping crab to try to contest.
yeah.
Yeah.
Crab finds a pick while painting the zone. Finds 2 on the plat.
Looks like GG popped the cooler, so they should be able to come back quite fast.
HH with the
But they
Zuka
are...
ready. Finds 2!
Oh!
Stops the Zuka from the other team. That was unbelievable. Arc the
It's
Zuka
like
main.
HH is looking for a standstill for GG. I forgot the name for I forgot the term. Delay?
This is a pretty tough position to
Dagger.
be in on this
Uh,
map.
it's like
Especially
HH
with the
is just
Tri-Slosher
like
using this height advantage on the plat.
GG is just getting picked off one by one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really tough to come back from. You never want to be on that position on this map.
Yeah. It looks like HH HH was just staggering GG quite hard with that. Just to try just pushing up and just putting a lot of pressure while their HH backline is just fist bump.
Yeah, here we see the Tri-Slosher doing what
Tri-Slosher just killed that
Tri-Sloshers do.
Kupiko.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think the Tri-Slosher rotated over to the stack on the side and was able to stop someone from GG who was trying to push in to stall the zone. So
Yeah.
pretty brutal.
True Boodle,
But here we
yes.
see that the Tri-Slosher started off strong in this game. I didn't even catch that at the beginning.
It just looks like GG just couldn't recover from the wipe they had. I believe.
Nice sidestepping from one of our veteran free agents, Yuma, I believe, on the Zap. So as we prepare for the next game, do you think we'll see any comp changes from either team?
I feel like GG's gonna change something up since they ran double battling. And maybe HH will swap out their Expo. Because it is... What's the next map? It's...
Manta Maria Clamblitz?
Clamblitz? Yeah, they're gonna swap out their X-Flow, and then... Maybe GG will stay? Since their comp is really strong right now. At least, to my knowledge, it's really strong.
Yeah, I could see that. We saw a
No,
pretty wide weapon pool from both teams, so I feel like any of them could pick any weapon and just totally change it up on us. Just to give us a
Yes.
hard time, just like their team names.
Yes.
I kind of hope that we see a couple of the new weapons, if anybody's brave enough to select it in this last round of the prelims.
I mean, you could technically pick heavy edit over not, but I don't know. Yeah, look at their weapons, they're really diverse actually. Yeah.
Alright, it's the moment of truth as we head into our second game of the match.
Yes.
Oh, the Rapid Blaster
did
coming
swap
out.
this. Both team having ball point. And GG just staying the same comp. As I predicted, I think. Yeah.
Yes.
HH having the ball point and the Rapid this time for more aggressive push.
Oh, the Rapid Blaster finding two does get punished.
GG finding two though. Well, they're
Yeah.
they're all coming back with 6 lamps.
Oh, I think we just saw a member of GG coming to mid with one of the enemy chasing behind them somehow from their
Oh, two down from
own-
HH.
from their side of the map.
Are you confused?
Yes. This Inkjet from Yuma wasn't able to find anything, but it looks like they're trying to follow it up by taking the bunker. Nautilus on the bunker
The crab
gets
just
punished.
got shredded by the knot.
Two members of GG have gone down. The Rapid Blaster doing a great job this game, finding those cheeky picks when HH least expects it. This Inkjet is
like
not in a good position. Definitely gets punished there.
We are in a standstill again, like that last round from Barnet Camps. No one has made a push yet, or even got to the basket in the first place. It's been almost 2 minutes.
Yeah, this might come down to whoever
Zuka
takes
is
the
right.
enemy. Yeah. Suka found a nice pick, but then they got splatted. It's a game of trades, yeah. So this might
Still,
come down
no
to
teams
whoever
enough
can
to
take
push.
the bunker first. I think the team that takes the enemy's bunker might be the first one to break the basket here.
Depends if they could also take some players off lane or main. But they are still gathering clans right now for GG. You have Tactical, they traded 1-1, but HH does have a crab for defense, which they're gonna pop on bunker, and ball point's gonna try to support them. Let's see.
They find a follow-up splat after the crab, but not much momentum so far. Ballpoint battle it out in mid, they get the trade.
They both traded out. No, we getting a lot of trades here. Let's see if the no. Okay, it's already the try. The try is gonna face against the shot here. See who wins. This the try one. Now, can GG make a push off this? Is the good question here. Did not just completely just ignore that shot and still got them? What?
And the basket got broken.
What?
But all of
I
their
just saw them not
teammates
run
got
past the.
taken out. Yeah, I'm not sure if they were just going for positioning, or if
And
they
the shot just
intended.
missed all of their shots?
Yeah.
That's going on clips for sure. What the hell?
We only have a
Yeah,
little over a minute left in this match.
it's
80
only a
is
minute
not
left
that
and we
big
only
of a
saw
lead.
one. We only saw one dunk and that's it. HH only needs a power clam and one clam, literally. Wait, no. But yeah, they only need a power clam and one clam and they get lead. It's
Oh,
quite dangerous since they're getting staggered right now. They have bunker. It looks like they're gonna try to get a push in.
a nice
But
ink
they're gonna get. Yeah, they
nice
did. Do
follow-up,
they have
just
clam
one
to get lead?
clam.
They did.
Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
Now let's see if they can still get the grip on here. No.
I hope this shot stays
If
alive.
if GG can get enough clams for another push, they can still just score and score one clam in. That's 6-8. That's not that much. Same conditions. Their tries about to have an inkjet to try to contest this space here. See that the HH is popping the
pop-
Zuka.
They pop
They're popping all of the specials. HH is down 3.
They broke the
GG
basket.
scoring. They need one. They need one score.
Just
They need
one.
one score. They got.
Wow. I can't believe they did it. That snowballed way out of hand. GG to GG for that overtime push. That was amazing.
Yeah, the try fortunately didn't die, so they got an inkjet off. They popped rain tactic cooler. No, just the rain just poking everyone that's trying to defend over there. So the inkjet could have a possibility of one-shotting someone due to the rain damage.
Yeah, at first it seemed like it was a little messy, but it ended up being kind of like a picture perfect push to break the basket and take the lead.
Yeah. Though everything else was a bit messy. We didn't see a push for like 4 minutes.
That is true, yes.
I feel like teams are just struggling to see a push in with clams since there's like no overall objective other than the basket, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, this game especially, it's like both teams were pretty evenly matched. They kept the same amount of ink in mid. Most of their kills were trades. They always had a special to counter the other team's special. Even at one point, I think both teams had 11 clams. They both lost a player, but they both still had 10 or more clams.
Look at this! What is this? No, it was a splash that just missed all of their shots. What? They did manage to get a score in, but you know.
Wasn't the cleanest push off of that. Not strats, I guess we could call it.
Yeah, but GG had the picture perfect push at the end. With that inkjet, that rain, that tactic cooler, in case someone dies so they can jump back in.
So the winner of
Should
this
be going to
round
the last man.
comes down to
Yeah.
this last game. TC
We
Hagglefish.
Hagglefish. One of the maps that have been the staple of this game since release. This map has been played a lot in competitive play.
Yes. And I think it's one of our main maps that we use when we do our tiebreakers here. Top cut. I think I've seen it a
Yeah,
couple times.
it's just that move. We see a Neo machine coming from HH, and GG going back to their round one comp, but not in the mock fight.
Hey, we see a Zuka come out for GG, doesn't find any picks, and there's not much follow-up here to try to take space.
It is quite interesting that HH took Neo machine instead of normal machine for TC.
I know, there's no GG Booyah.
There's no GG Booyah. Is it because they're not GG? They don't have a GG special on their team?
Yes, maybe they're doing it just to prove a point.
Or
Oh,
maybe they're just more comfortable on Neo machine. Maybe.
yes.
See, the 2 down on GG, they made quite a small push, but not enough to take a checkpoint.
Yeah, HH got pushed back all the way to their ramp, but they were able to push out of it. But this quick Zuka shot was able to find a pick.
Looks like everyone is just dying. We see a crowd from HH, but it just didn't matter that much.
At this point, I think whichever team like follows up first with the picks they're getting, they're going to get a pretty solid first push off.
Yeah, but it looks like they're not seeing a breakthrough right now. A standstill.
Trade with the Neo Slash.
A not flank? Oh, they did pop Inkjet and Crab though.
Yeah,
HH
both
responding
teams
with
popped
another
their
crab.
And
Crab
an
and
Inkjet.
Inkjet. 3 down on GG. Let's see if the can HH push off this and take lead. And maybe checkpoint too.
If they can dodge the Zuka. I think their
GG.
Zuka just found somebody.
GG just died with the Zuka. Now they're round 3. Now Not's just coming back to their base. Couldn't do anything about it.
And a well-timed
Please.
Inkjet.
That was a really good stagger from HH towards the Not. Not gonna be delayed. Zuka got 2 kills. BP playing high. They're wiped now. They got delayed. They're not going solo because they got killed late. They got splatted late.
Oh, the
Not
Nautilus
dead
got
again.
boxed in by the by the crab.
The shot being able to take the Inkjet 2 down, 3 down on HH. Only the splash left to try to get out, but they did get a delay wipe.
Wow, GG
GG
pulled that
taking it
defense out of nowhere, it seemed like. From getting
Yeah,
stagger wiped.
Especially from the very huge, like massive pick from HH with the Zuka on high ground. The 2 picks off one Zuka from one shot. The splash almost fell off the map. I saw.
So now we're seeing a crab Zuka combo on trying to stop this tower.
Crab just died. They pop Crab on. Is GD taking the track from them? 3 down on their side.
Yep,
Only
shoes on the other foot now.
Let's see if they can take it back. Do they have any close specials to take down tower? They're off tower. The GG Pop Zuka 17.
Oh my gosh! But someone's there. They took the lead. The ball point got on the tower just in time. Now there's jumpers coming back in. They might close this out for the KO.
They might close it out. There's 2 points. They close it out? No, HH still has a chance to come back here. They wipe out on GG. It's fine for them. They only have one more checkpoint to clear, and they can snowball it with 3 specials.
They do have 3 specials online, 4 specials online. GG only has the Inkzuka so far. They're using it early
H
off the tower.
HH needs to bait out specials from GG to win. Otherwise, they're just gonna be dumped in tower. HH only have 2 people, they got wiped out, and that's game.
Wow, that was amazing.
They just got isolated and splatted. And that's our final round of the Swiss bracket.
Yes, the last game goes to GG. They're gonna close out this round 2-1 for the win. See,
For the
at
win.
this point in time, at 3 minutes 40 seconds, it's like neither team really had an advantage.
Yeah, there's been a trend in all of these matches where the real push come in when the game's almost over.
Yeah.
We see the push from like 1 minute 30 from GG or so. They got to like 2, 3, right? I believe.
Yeah.
This really late not pick just solidified this push. It just delays them really like far more here.
Yeah, this counter Zuka at this checkpoint takes out 2.
This Zuka
There
takes
it
out 2
is.
here, and then ballpoint gets killed. That splattered late, so the knot is just there, and it just gets splattered again, and it just snowballs over here. They got to 15, but the surprising thing is, GG took it back for like the last 30 seconds or so. They just hard snowballed into, I think, 2. I think.
Yeah, they got all the way down to 2 with this push. Yuma did a great job getting up here on their plat. They kept somebody on the tower at all times. We thought they were wiped, but somehow the ballpoint was there to take tower.
The ballpoint was just out of nowhere. I didn't even see them. I think they just died. They just died early and just went back. Jolted for it because they did come from ramps. HH did attempt a push, but they got hard isolated and pushed.
Yeah, I
As you
don't
see
know
from
what
our
happened here. Maybe it's because they had weird timing with their specials, because they had all 4 specials online for that final push.
Yeah, I believe that the inkjet just didn't watch for tower. They just looked for picks and canopy.
Oh.
So the crab was just watching tower from GG, and that led them to win in overtime.
Well, GG to both teams, not just GG for taking this round.
GG.
And that concludes our preliminary rounds. And before we take a break, we're going to give you some information here. If Natsu wants to take it away.
Alright. So we have socials here at It's Dangerous to Go Alone or Off Dial. You can find our socials at http odt.inc and search for Off the Dial, or you could just search It's Dangerous to Go Alone on Google and find the socials. Though all of our socials can be found on otd.inc/platform, for example, otd.inc/discord/twitter or /tiktok/youtube and /twitch, where you're watching this stream right now. We
Don't
also have,
forget to check out the
yeah,
shop.
you can go for it,
Oh,
for
I
the
was just
shop.
gonna say, don't forget to check out the shop. All the merch is amazing at shop.otd.inc.
Don't forget, the shop also supports Off the Dial itself, the organization leading this tournament. So, also, viewers can also you have to merge to Twitch chat. And it should be on the shop itself. And last thing is we're going to top 4 of Switch uh, with with rounds go into top cut, and we're seeing that later, right?
Yes. Where the top 4 teams from the Swiss rounds that we just had will be battling it out to win Power Bracket Top Cut for this season.
Yes.
And I believe we will be handing over the mic to our follow-up commentators for Top Cut. So before I sign off, you can find me at the Tau Panda. Where can they find you, Natsu?
You can find me by Ice Dragneil on Twitter, and that's about it. You can find me. Yes. Yeah.
So without further ado, we'll be taking a quick break before Top Cut, so stay tuned!
Hello and welcome to It's Dangerous to Go Alone off the Dials Season 40 Free Agent Tournament. I am the War Queen, today with Rookie.
Hello. It's been a while. It's very nice to be here at commentating for It's Dangerous to Go Alone, specifically the second half of It's Dangerous to Go Alone, which we have top 4 competing at the power bracket.
And I am excited for this. I was there to watch the last matches of the first bit, and wow, there was some wild turf war.
Yes, indeed, and we've got a lot of players just competing against each other to get to the spot in the top 4 cut. And now that we're at the moment where we can see the 40th champion of IDGA, we're now going to see who's going to be taking that crown home. And now
we have Boorish Breakdown versus Elastic Excalibur. And our first map is going to be the new Crab Leg Capital map with Rainmaker.
Now this, I believe this is one of the 2 maps that just came out yesterday or the day before. Is that correct?
Yep, Drizzle Season. It was Crab Leg Capital and Ship Shape Shipping, which we have Ship Shape Cargo Code.
Now, I don't know how this map is gonna go. I'm not really familiar how it really plays out, but I can't wait to see it because it gets me to see how it works with a lot of competitive players that are competing, especially right now on It's Dangerous to Go Alone. So I'm looking forward to see how this will set up, and yeah, we'll just have to find out and see. And I believe we're going to be going into the match right now. Alright, and we see some of the web comps here. Everyone making their way to the capital, right? To the center of the Rainmaker right now. All 8 of the teams are just pushing into the Rainmaker right now, and it seems like the blue team is now in position of getting the Rainmaker right now. The E leader now is holding on to the Rainmaker. Is going to be making its way to the right checkpoint, and it already secures a point. I mean, look at that. And it seems like right now Astro's just holding on to position right now, but deploying ink strikes, while Tomato just holding on right now. But look at that, you can see Slime right now just trying to push back the Rainmaker, but it doesn't seem like it right now. And already, as I was about to say that, the team now goes down, and now Yellow Team, the Boorish Breakdown, is now holding on to the Rainmaker as it resets right now, maintaining map control, holding as a lot of pace as possible, so that way Excalibur cannot push through. You can see ballpoint right now getting some picks out of it. Getting that special, grabbing the string, popping the Rainmaker. All the teams for the Breakdown right now are just using their specials right now to gain an advantage right now. Excalibur already having a big gap right now, but it's too early to tell how this will play out. You can see Inkjet already getting picked with the E-leader out of it, and now it's just T-Tech trying to hold back while both teams from Breakdown trying to push them back. They're on the corner area, but T-Tech right now gets a pick out of it. No legs coming back to the match, holding down the Rainmaker defense. Not a lot of pushes are happening right now, but it seems like they're trying to find a way to do it, and they do. They're making their way to the right side of the checkpoint, but it gets down the process. But unfortunately for Excalibur, they all went down except for the T-Tech. So now T-Tech is now holding up the position right now while Breakdown makes a checkpoint. Right now we see Excalibur trying to defend the position, making sure that the Breakdown doesn't push up, but right now it seems like Breakdown is just using their specials right now, pushing with the Rainmaker, but now it's just ballpoint in position right now, but everyone goes down in the process. Excalibur now takes their position, just holding it down while the Ink Brush is in the process, just waiting for the teams to come back, hold, and see if they can push once more. Nice pick from the Ink Brush right now, trying to get something out of it, but the Rainmaker, it's already too late. The Rainmaker resets and it's going back. And we can see Cora right there, trying to find ways to get something out of it, and Astro making its way, but Ink, look at that. Ink Brush comes in, ambushes the Splash-O-Matic. There's a lot of back and forth plays right now, but it seems like Breakdown is still in the process of trying to push all the passes up. You can see Yagi right now going back to the right side of the pathway, ballpoint, and I believe that's Insap trying to push forward, but one goes down, ballpoint gets a pick from Excalibur, and it's just now slowly making its way. Brush is trying to do everything they can to make sure they can get a push out of it, but already this is a wipeout, and now Excalibur will now be grabbing the Rainmaker and trying to push back, keeping the lead in the process. Nice bomb pick from one of the teams at Breakdown, just holding down the defense. And it seems like right now this line is just gathering the specials right now, getting something out of it with the whale right now, Killer Whale. And it seems like Excalibur is trying to figure out a way to get a push out of it. Lexi gets a nice pick from the ballpoint, tries to get one for another, but goes down.
And here we are at the 1 minute mark. Sorry, I am back about that. Here we see. It looks like we have a real tough one.
It's a tough one indeed. Excalibur got a big gap out of it, but Breakdown is trying slowly to get the lead back, but Excalibur is defending really well in the process.
Let's hope they can defend enough to be able to push it towards the other side.
Yeah, you can see right now getting a pick from Lexi, just trying to stop a Breakdown from getting a push out of it. Nice pick from the other teams as well, making sure that Breakdown does not break through their defense. And
they grab the Rainmaker, but they can't push it forwards.
And with 10 seconds remaining, Excalibur might be able to get a win on this. Oh, nice.
No! Oh,
nice ballpoint. Nice pick from a ballpoint right now. So now this leads to overtime, but this is their one and only chance that they want to secure a win out of that.
Oh, they might. Oh, no. They almost had it. Almost.
Unfortunately for a Breakdown, they did manage to get stopped by Excalibur. Thus, the Excalibur team will be taking a win against Breakdown.
Congratulations, and wow, there's some really good push right at the end there by Boorish, by Breakdown, but they just couldn't keep going.
Oh yeah, and that was an amazing push by Excalibur. Already in the first minute, they managed to get 4 points remaining in the process, thus putting at Breakdown at a unfortunate position right now. They didn't manage to get a push out of it, but in the end, Excalibur managed to get the fence. You can see right here, Tomatoes trying to get some picks out of it with the wiper. And
well, they
look at that brush.
Almost had it. Tomato almost had it. Ooh, that's some tight trading there.
It is, but you see right now the Killer Whale managed to stop the early knockout in the process. And as you can see right now, ballpoint with the nice pick.
That inkjet. Oh, it's doing some work.
There were some nice picks from each team, but and you can look right here. This is where Breakdown manages to get some more points out of it. Ballpoint coming in and Insap trying to get some picks out of it, but unfortunately, Excalibur managed to stop the push.
And there they go. They pop the Rainmaker. Wait.
Now these are replays. Keep in mind, these are just recapping of what happened in the process.
Okay.
Little moments. You're good. Little moments of what went down in the process. And Breakdown trying to push through. Excalibur getting that 4-point push. Defense were amazing by
and
the
here's
Excalibur.
This is what the Squipper picked it up and just couldn't push forward with the Rainmaker. Right at the end there. They should have. Because you had the brush coming right at them from the side, flanking them from the side. And now we go to Mahi Mahi Resort Splash Zones, which is a special sort of map.
This is a tiny map. This is where chaos will rain upon
Oh,
the map. It is also one of my favorite maps because of how it is.
I don't know how, but more power to you.
Oh, you will see. You will definitely see.
I mean, I do enjoy it on Splat Zones. Regular Turf War, though, no.
Oh, you should
Let's
see
see
Rainmaker or
Let's see
Tower
what comes
Control.
with what. No, doesn't look like Breakdown has changed their lineup very much. In Excalibur, did Excalibur have the E-Leader last match? I don't think they did.
Yeah, they had the E-Leader at the last match. You would see Lexi holding the E-Leader 4K.
Okay, well, let's see if they can make a difference in this one and keep Breakdown off of the zone.
Now look at that, Breakdown is already capping the zone right now, but and it looks like Brush is just going to be making the first push out of it. Tri-Strike now in the process right now, trying to stop the cap, but unfortunately, I say that, but fortunately they do actually.
I was about to say, Breakdown was going for a good push there, but just got stopped.
The semi-wipe out there, caused the problem.
Disconnect.
Unfortunately, there's going to be a disconnect. I don't know what the rules is for that, but it is possible we may get a replay out of that, so
Yep.
let's go ahead
Wow.
and get that taken care of first. Had a good push.
Yeah, that was some good work right there, but wow, DC.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but it happens. It happens. Well, we're gonna be going ahead and get that fixed up, but the Mahi Mahi match, you can already see how this match always goes. Small map in Splat Zones. It doesn't matter what
Tight
mode
corners.
it is in Mahi Mahi. It's a small map with tight corners, tight alleys. You have to figure out what to do to push it, how to do the push. One small break and it's over.
This is why it's always really interesting to see chargers on this map, especially stuff like the E-Leader, because you can cover most of the map from just one good zone, but the important thing is you got to be able to stay in that zone. You can control the map.
Exactly.
But you got to be able to take that advantage first and get in, like get a foothold in first, I feel like.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you have to make everything count, because if you don't take into consideration with the control, the positions, and all the kinds of Mahi Mahi, it'll turn around in a snap.
And that's a problem too. It's your team has to be okay with playing their roles. You have to be like, yeah, I'm watching for splats, and we all love to splat, but you better be painting that zone.
Yeah.
Keeping that zone painted.
Keep the zone painted at all costs. Never let the opponents win. But yeah, I could tell there's. I know we're waiting for Mahi Money, but I actually gonna be jumping right into it. So,
Oh,
my
looks
thought
like
on
we're back.
the map. All right, we are now going to be replaying the Mahi Mahi Splat Zones match.
Okay,
All
let's
right.
see how we do. Oh,
again.
uh,
Uh-oh. That's a problem. And I
please
think
bear with us, folks.
I do believe that we might have to carry on with this match and playing out. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to play it out, so it's gonna be a 3v4 situation. Breakdown is already captain zone. Doesn't seem like Excalibur can do much with the 3 players in hand, but and we can see already they're trying to get the zone out of it. But Brush is maintaining events with the killer whale, all that kind of stuff. And
Oh wow, but Excalibur does grab control for just a hot second and puts a couple extra seconds on the board for Breakdown.
that's a nice small penalty right there, but Excalibur is still holding on to the cap right now. But
We got a wave breaker down. Let's see if they can clinch it. Hey, and they do.
nice pick out of that now. They're just gonna hold on to that position right now.
And 2 splats on Breakdown. And here's Lexi with their E-Leader just waiting for the splat.
Just holding on to position right now. The best thing you can do right now is just hold the position as much as you can. Like I said, you have to be very careful about it, especially when you have 3 teams on it. Seems like they get a lead on it, but unfortunately they don't.
They don't, but they're still so close.
Yeah, they got 2 down for the Breakdown, 3 down actually. Now it's just NSEP trying to get into control of it, but it's a little bit of a problem when you're alone in this situation.
There's some good work going on, but... Oh, they couldn't get him.
Couldn't get it. You can see try strike, trying to get something control of it, but goes down in the process. Now it's just an E-leader and a Splash-O-Matic.
That is
trying to
some
make
tight work
something
from the
happen.
Tri Strike.
Good push by the Excalibur. You have to be very careful about how you control the Mahi map, and now you can see
Boorish gets through their whatchamacallit? Penalty, sorry.
Penalty, yeah. And now they're gonna be pushing the gap even more. It seems like the E-leader's a little bit in trouble right now. And now Breakdown is just there's a little bit of trade right there, and then now it's a wipe of an Excalibur.
Yeah.
Now Breakdown is just gonna have to hold the position until the zone gets it, until there's gonna be a knockout. So we're gonna see
Somebody's
how.
had to try and get past. Breakdown's just holding the pit right now.
Seems like there's not much they can
Oh,
do
no.
about it, and that's
Tough.
gonna be it.
Tough loss for Excalibur. They did hold pretty tight there, but they just couldn't bring it through in the end.
It's unfortunate for Excalibur that it does suck that the 3v4 situation had to happen, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, Breakdown will be taking this score against Excalibur in round 2. But hey, they might have a chance at this.
They might.
The thing is, though, this is going to be another new map coming up.
Ooh, I know, I'm excited.
What was it called? We had
Shipping Cargo Co.
Cargo Co.
I've heard it's good. I've heard some people really enjoy it, so I really want to try it.
I have not seen that map yet. I actually haven't seen both, and looking at the previous one that we saw in round 1, it's very interesting. But I'm looking forward to see how the next one will play out. But if what you said that people are saying is something good about it, then hopefully we can see more about it. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see how this goes.
We'll have to see. It's also, a big event like this on a new map, which just come out, last 2 days. It's really I'm really curious to see how players are going to handle it.
Yeah, and unfortunately, though, I don't believe any of the teams from Top 4 are going to be bringing out some new weapons to try out. It would be cool.
It would be nice. Ship shape Cargo Co. That's a tongue twister.
That is a tongue twister. Ship shape Cargo Co.
Shaky. Shake and bake.
Cold.
Shake and bake. And that's right. It's like Arctic kind of setting, right?
Yeah, that's like the first map I've ever seen that's like a cooler environment.
Wasn't there a salmon on map from Splatoon 2 that was kind of, or am I thinking of something different?
I don't remember. It's hard. It's been so long since I've seen Splatoon 2, so it's hard to tell.
Tragic. But nope, I'm super excited. This looks like it's gonna be fun. Like I've said, I've heard some fun things.
We'll have to wait and see. Hopefully, I do hope that Excalibur.
Also, it's Clan Blitz, so I'm excited.
Oh, right. Clan Blitz. I wonder how that's going to go.
Clan Blitz, my beloved. Listen.
Clan Blitz is nice.
I can enjoy it. I'm an ink brush main, so I enjoy it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so we have Boorish Breakdown, No Legs. What is that? Yagi? Slimeser, and I want to say Mayo or Manuel. I don't know for sure. And then we have Elastic Excalibur, Tomato, Chlora, Leggy, and Flood.
Mano.
Lexi, that's Lexi. That's Lexi who's been really kicking butt with that charger.
Oh, yeah.
But I did see a little positioning shenanigans going on, and it's hard. I can't play chargers, so I just throw myself into fights too much,
Chargers, and especially long-range weapons, rely mostly on positioning. Somewhere where you can get an opening, somewhere you can gain control out of it. And with E-Leader, while I do not have much experience to say much, chargers are very stationary, especially towards E-Leaders. So you have to make your shots count to help your teammates.
We did see that ballpoint. That was at We did see that ballpoint with, what is that, Manuel or Mayo? I wasn't sure. I can't see. It's a little fuzzy.
Mano. It's a fancy
Mano.
text.
Okay, Mano. With that ballpoint, just trying to keep Lexi pinned down, but you really couldn't see a lot of that. And then we got Slimester with the ink brush. I salute you. Beautiful. Chef's kiss.
Definitely a chef's kiss. It's a good comp to have to work around with. And what they have right now is good. But from what I could tell for going against Excalibur, it's a very difficult situation to have.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, we also have No Legs, who I see a lot of cheering for in the Twitch chat. And
yeah, they got a lot of fans.
Yeah. What have they been playing with? I believe it's either the NZAP or the Splatana.
I believe it's Splatana and communication error.
Oh.
Oh boy, I do apologize for these unfortunate events.
Yeah. Oof.
Interesting. Let's see here. Oh, let's get that taken care of while we wait. But
well, we're still talking. We've got plenty to talk about.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's plenty of stuff to go around.
Like I said, a lot of people cheer for No Legs in the Twitch chat. I see you and I respect you.
Everyone is cheering for No Legs. I don't know much about No Legs, but I hope they break a leg.
Oh, how could they break a leg? They have no legs.
Who says you need your legs?
I'm dead on the floor.
Yeah.
Let's see, and then who is? Can we get the roster back up again, real quick?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Here. There's a lot of variations towards both cons that we have right now.
Mm-hmm.
Full lobby.
Is that good?
I couldn't catch that.
Oh, the whole room! The
okay,
whole room, DC. That potato was getting mashed. Whoosh, you hate to see it. Anyways, our last member of Breakdown is Yagi, who, let's see, I think they've been playing that Tri-Slosher. I've been seeing a lot of,
I believe it's either T-Tech or Splatter Shot.
A good solid support weapon, though I would like to see that Heavy Charger come out.
It would be nice, though I believe that Mano is most reliable when it comes to backline.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and
I wouldn't say just for backline, is you need to have, the T-Tech and the Splatter Shot, they're good for, real tight close-in fighting.
Mm-hmm.
But I think especially for clan bits, they have Slimester with the paintbrush. I would be seeing more of the heavy splatling or the, what is it, the 98 gal? I always get
the
that
98 gal. That's a 52 gal.
The 52 gal, sorry. I would see more of that out to provide more of a mid-range support for the brush.
Pretty much get that good control so that way the brush can get a little bit more mobility out of it.
Especially you lose a lot of range when you have a brush in your team.
Yeah, after that you have to figure out how to work with what you got. So a full support might be needed for the brush to handle.
And then on Elastic Excalibur, we've got, of course, Lexi with that scary E-leader. That's the kind of E-leader you don't want to see in the
oh yeah,
in open anarchy.
Yeah, and Lexi was shown on stream just a few matches ago, who was being pressured a lot by Inkjet, still managing to get that pick out of it and surviving the Inkjet ambush. So this Charger player knows what they're doing. So
yeah. All right, and then we have Flood, and I think they've been playing. I actually haven't caught them what they've been playing. I think it's been the NZAP. I think I've seen the NZAP and the Octobrush.
It could be the NZAP. I can't memory from me.
It's actually kind of fun. I want to point out now that both teams at least have 2 NZAPs, so they can at least depending on what their loadout, they could at least have 1 soda to use every match.
A good way to compensate for any penalties that come your way. And we are back with Shipshape Cargo Code.
Clan Blitz. I'm excited. Let's see it.
It looks beautiful.
Alright, so we're still going pretty close in there.
There's a range blaster.
Or no
That's new.
charger.
Alright, we're gonna be picking some fights, huh? Alright, so Clan Blitz on ship shape. I'm gonna be calling it that. I don't want to call it a tongue twister.
We have Excalibur already has a good handful of clams to work with.
Yeah, it seems
And
like right now
Rush is
both
really lost.
Excalibur right now is just trying to gain control right now as the NSF is just being pushed back by Tri-Strike while getting Cooler to get. Oh!
Ooh, double pick.
Seems like it's going to be getting a compensation out of that before it got down, so now it's just Astro getting some picks out of Breakdown. Lots of pushes being made by Excalibur, but
And at
Breakdown
least
is.
2 power clans on the field.
Yeah, and they're trying to defend as much as possible, but Excalibur might be able to break that push and Astro can get that next pick out of
Astro
it, and it seems like they do.
And there it goes.
There's that first push. Doesn't
From
seems like
Breakdown.
one. Seems like one more can get one more clam out of it, but it seems like they're having trouble and it goes down the process. So now Breakdown just has to defend the push with 77 points remaining for Excalibur.
Yeah, they really. Oh, they probably could defend this, but we've seen a lot of good comebacks from Excalibur.
We actually do. It's still a small gap for Breakdown to make, and with 2 power clips they may be able to push, but Excalibur right now already defending their base with Rapid Blaster and T-Tech just holding position right now. The Breakdown is really inching it
Oh, that's
closer.
3 power clams.
That's a lot of
one.
pressure.
Oh no,
That's one down.
That's Excalibur getting Breakdown. Oh, gonna have to see a clip of that. Somebody flanked around and got the basket down, just making Excalibur those 3 power clams right there not worth it.
That was an unfortunate push for Breakdown. Now Excalibur push it back with their clamp they got from the goal, and now Breakdown is just trying to manage to control their middle ground as much as possible. You can see Ballpoint right now being pushed back by the triple ink strike. 6 ink strikes actually.
Ooh, and that was a real good triple ink strike. They had them in their sights.
They do, and right now, because the Astro right now getting 1 pick from the brush. It seems like they're able to push right now, but it seems like they're going to go down already because of their teammate.
Oh, it looks like Brush was moving in close to the basket. They're not taken care of.
And you can see Chlora
Oh,
pushing in to help the friend out. Nice pick. And Ring Blaster going down by Yagi. With his special straight out kind of stuff. Breakdown is about to make another push, but Yagi's in the process of 1v1 with the Wiper right now. But all the Excalibur teammates are now. Oh, nice pick.
Tried Zuka picks. Ooh. Oh, they missed
Nice
the blaster
pick.
though, so hopefully they can hold off.
Seems like Excalibur
Oh,
is
but there's
just.
2 power claims for the Breakdown already. Oh no.
They're really pushing right now, but Excalibur right now, they already decided to just defend as much as possible. Because it's a small gap, keep in mind. Any small action the Breakdown makes in the goal, they can get the lead in the instant, but now it's just a 2v2 process right now, and Breakdown looks like they're going to try to back down a little bit so that way they can wait for their teammate to come up and try to push again.
And all they gotta do is just get 1 more clam in.
Nice direct from that blaster.
Lexi!
Is he going to get that 1 more pick out of that? Nope, Rush is already on its way out.
They've pushed Breakdown back to their basket, but can they keep it? Ooh. They
Barely
don't,
missed it.
Oh.
They missed. That was a tad bit too far.
Oh, and then the Brush gets a splat on the Splatana from behind, it looked like. Oof. You gotta watch for that.
Yeah, right now, Ballpoint Manu right now is just getting control of the middle ground. Breakdown having like 5 clans right now trying to gather.
Here we go, 1 minute on the clock. And
1 minute on the clock.
We're trading at the center.
It's still a lot of back and forth right now. But Breakdown is having a hard time trying to make that push happen. You can see Astro right now trying to defend, but the teammates gets
they get
down.
By the
Nice trade with the Wiper, but is it going to be enough to make anything happen? They've almost got 30 seconds remaining. They have to make something happen.
Excalibur has to at least pick up the clam to try and save some overtime.
And right now they got 2. Perfect enough for them to get a lead. But Excalibur is just holding down right now. You can see Lexi on the left right now trying to get some picks out of it.
Oh,
there's the first
got it.
push, and they take the lead. So now Excalibur is in trouble.
Woo.
And gonna try to get another pick out of it. That's 3 power clamps now into the goal. Breakdown has a huge gap
Here
against
we go in the
Excalibur.
overtime.
Is it gonna be enough for them to make the lead? We'll just have to see.
Okay, so we do have. It looks like they do have a clam.
They're grabbing it right now, but the time is ticking right now. 1 is already down right now, and
Oh,
we're halfway through overtime.
Astro's pushing.
It may not be enough for them to push. Viper's doing
So
everything they
close.
can to push. They're jumping, but that's game.
Oh, that is game. Wow, that was. Again, we just said it. Excalibur has some great push comebacks. They just didn't have it soon enough.
They managed to push through the Excalibur's defense, pushing not 1, not 2, but 3 power clamps on their hands, making that huge gap, taking a nice point against Excalibur in round 3.
Woo.
So as you can see here, this is a really interesting map. I'm gonna add. This is the first time I ever seen this map in action.
Same here.
This is interesting.
It's
It
very.
raises-
It's very open. It's not very vertical. It's got very open. So I feel like like Chargers and some of the lighter Splatlings would do really good here. And I
Right.
mean, of course, I think a Hydra probably would really dominate on this map.
Pretty much. So it's going to be a lot of plays going back and forth for Clamplets. So, as you can see right here.
Oh, for sure.
As you can see right here, a lot of plays are happening by Breakdown right now. Using their specials, trying to get a push out of it. Though, it was around 3 minutes and 30 seconds when they only got 1 push out of it before being pushed back by Excalibur. That was some of the nice defense plays by Excalibur throughout the half of the match.
But there really was a lot of really tight back and forth. Here you see, the team go forward with 4 of their teammates, and then get pushed back again from 2. It's a lot of really tight trading.
It's a lot of training that they had going on there. Excalibur and Breakdown to me, they both have equal power where they can fight against each other one-on-one and make the match go as long as possible.
I think the best way for one team to really dominate the other is to you got to find what you can fight effectively with what you have. And I think that's probably why we're seeing a lot of really close back and forth, is that nobody can really find what they beat. Oh, here we go. We see again that Manu had some really nice work with the inkjet. Just some really disgusting picks.
Really nice picks from Manu indeed. And especially with the ballpoint play, you've got to have a nice long-range weapon with good mobility and kits in order for make things to work. And
Yeah,
can
you
see
really
right now,
do.
This is the last push that Breakdown had before reaching 30 points remaining. That was a nice match that they had here.
It really was.
Now, Excalibur still has a chance to try to get that spot into the finals. So, if they win, we can probably go to Game 5, but if Breakdown wins this next match, which is Mako Mart Tower Control,
A
they
classic.
might make it to the finals.
I'm expecting to see that Charger now.
We're gonna see. Yep,
There it
Charger's
is.
back. A lot of same comps as always with even they're coming back instead of range blaster, so now it's a lot of positioning the defense plays, because that's how Mako Mart Tower Control is.
It really is.
Alright, you can see right now Excalibur slowly getting some picks out of it.
Good pick from Lexi.
Oh, it's just Tri-Saucer now from Breakdown. Now the Excalibur is going to be making that push.
Yep, Alex got the tower. There looks like almost checkpoint 1.
You can see the Ink Strike trying to get some push out of it, and now Splash Manic, I believe, is in a little bit of trouble right now with 2
They're past
teams.
the checkpoint.
Nice. Hammer coming
Oh,
out.
they
No. Love to see that ledge pick
do.
from the Hammer. So
Uh.
it looks like they're already making their way to the second checkpoint. That's a lot of progress happening here. And Breakdown's in a very
Oh wow,
tough
there we go,
situation.
checkpoint 2.
Yeah, Breakdown's in a very tough situation right now where they
And there's a
can't,
wave breaker. Checkpoint 3.
they can't get out of the situation. Look at that.
Oh,
There's already a
wow.
knockout. Already a knockout? Wait. Yeah.
Oh, they almost had it. They
Wow.
had it stopped right at 1, it looked like. But they just couldn't put on any pressure to get Excalibur off of the tower. And with a quick match, we see a knockout win for Excalibur.
Holy moly, that was the quickest push I've seen in Mako Mart.
It happens. It happens all the time, and when you see it happen, it's beautiful.
I believe that Excalibur wasn't really happy with the last match that happened, so they're trying to make up for the
Yeah.
last time they had, especially with the DC too. They're really trying to make it happen, and thus Game 5 is going to be happening in semifinals. So now it's either teams that are making it and one and the other breaking it, and that's all going to happen.
We had it for a second there in the replay. We saw one of Breakdown just hold on, do a 1v2 against Excalibur, and just hold on for a good couple seconds, but just not enough to do any good. And here it goes. Just they kept going. Breakdown couldn't get anything past, and then you drop a wave breaker.
Yeah, Breakdown was in a difficult situation where they couldn't really push through the barriers that Elastic Excalibur had created, and thus Excalibur was just like, I'm going in for that tower. Yeah. You're not coming through. We're getting that KO. We're taking the Game 5.
Yeah, so here we go. And Game 5 is Undertow Spillway Rainmaker. And always a good one.
And I can see chat right now with acting very nervous because they want to see their favorite player make it to the finals, but Excalibur really is pushing through the limits.
Yeah.
So
they sure are.
We've got Undertow Spillway up next, Rainmaker.
Yep.
We're gonna be coming up to that soon, but this is gonna be a make or break situation. Whoever makes it to the grand finals is who it's gonna be. So place your bets. Who do you think is gonna win? But Undertow Spillway.
We are here right now doing top cuts, the single elimination best of 5, and this whole list has been predetermined, so there hasn't been a chance for any team to do counter picks.
Right, so these map splits are already locked on and ready since the start. And
alright, and here we go.
Let's see what they got so far.
Let's see what comes out.
Okay.
Alright, the same load up from Breakdown. Oh, and we have an Octobrush from Excalibur.
Alright, let's see how this is gonna go. Octobrush would be helpful for this map
yeah, it can really make a good brush can really make a difference.
Look at that right now, Breakdown already trying to get the pop out of it. They are not wasting any time right now. Manu trying to get the picks out of it right now, pushing back Excalibur. You can tell the Lexi on the side getting the pick off of that ballpark. You gotta be very careful about that. And it seems like Excalibur, the T-Tick right now, Chloron, just trying to get that Rainmaker, but
yeah, just trying to keep Mano away from the Rainmaker too.
Absolutely. Tri-Strike is now coming up. They're just holding position.
Oh, and they grab it.
They're grabbing it from the right and making it way to the left side. Nice kick from Yagi with the Trizuka.
That was a good shot.
Unfortunately, though, they lost 2 of the team's breakdown, so now Excalibur may have a chance of getting it, but one does jump out in the process.
Tomato with Rainmaker. But they can't get the shot.
And it seems like Excalibur. Yeah, it seems like Excalibur right now is just a little bit overwhelmed, so they will be coming back from the spawn to make, to try to again. But Breakdown is already grabbing the Rainmaker.
Real quick to grab it and get back into the center with it.
Exactly, and right now, just Tomato and Chloro right now using their Tri-Strike and Octobrush to gain control of it. Successfully takes down the Rainmaker holder, and Octobrush already going through the pop.
Popped it. They no picks from it, but they do grab it. Let's see if they can keep going.
Going from the left side right now. About to go down from breakdown. Already they make it to the checkpoint. Barely making it. Nice pick with the Octobrush using Zipcaster. One goes down, but
they trade. Oh no, the Brush made it.
Yep, Brush made it, but 29 points remaining from Excalibur right now. That is gonna be.
All they have to do is push this hallway, and that's gonna be a tough one.
Yep, and with 3 minutes remaining, Breakdown will have to find a way to.
Octobrush pushes in, but I think that was a mistake. Oh, there's a Trizuka.
Nothing out of the Trizuka right now. Astro's just backing out of it, and the Rainmaker already resets. So now Breakdown will have to try to gain control of it. They
popped it quick though. They're quick on that. Woo.
They are quick, and they are defending really well. So it's a little bit of the pressure coming down from
Here's
Boorish
Mono again with,
breakdown.
ooh! Doesn't make any
Nice.
picks.
You can see no legs right here, trying to push up right now.
Ooh, there goes
Brush going down.
Brush.
They're gonna try.
Oh yeah,
they're
there's
gonna try
Tomato.
again. Ingzuga on the left side. See if they can get to pick it up, but
See if they can
nothing
get it.
happened out of it.
No,
Miyagi
yeah.
and no legs are gonna try to control the
There's the
pathway.
triple try strike.
They're already making it through, but Ink Brush,
Tomato,
Getting a
ooh,
trade.
trades with the ink brush.
nice trade.
Oh, there goes
and now,
Lexi. Oh, is Lexi gonna get it?
let's see.
Oh,
Barely.
Right. Oh,
Almost.
right
That
off
is
the
1 point
checkpoint.
now, and now it's just Octobrush and T-Tag trying to get a pop, but Breakdown already grabs it. So
Wow,
now,
I need a shot of that. I'm gonna need a shot of that. That Rainmaker right on the corner facing the checkpoint. Wow.
now Breakdown is in deep trouble right now because they don't have any points, and Excalibur is already close to getting
They
them
are
down.
they're already back at the Rainmaker. Ooh.
They are now back at the Rainmaker, and now they're throwing everything at each other right now, trying to get anything out of that. Flying is
Ooh,
Try to get
Tomato
it.
and Inks and Sir trade again.
We're holding on to the position right now. Nice sneaking in right now. You can see Mano right now. Trying to get Mano, but Mano already escaped. So now, ballpoint, making that
pop it.
pop and trying to push towards the near, probably possibly
Oh,
the
Manu
nearest
gets
checkpoint.
picked from the top.
Nice flank coming from T-Tech. But it seems
Are they
like
gonna
they're
grab
get
it, or are they
back
just
up
gonna
right
leave it there? I think they just leave it there.
now. It's
And it
unfortunate.
resets.
Unfortunate they have to leave it for it to reset with
And
less
then
than a
the
minute
nice kick
remaining.
from the Trizuka. Whew.
Let's see. You can see Brush going for the flank right now. I think everyone is noticing right now. Break Slime trying to get a flank, trying to get a pick, but it seems like someone's already making that chase.
Oh,
and
and Tomato
Slime does
flies
go
them.
down.
And
So
no
now-
legs with the Rainmaker. Right at the
Olex
checkpoint.
is
Are they gonna
holding
make it?
on, but it's already in trouble.
Oh, they...
Barely makes it, but T-Tech has already
Oh.
got it. So now T-Tech is now just holding on to that Rainmaker.
Oh, and there was some good drop
Getting a
roller work from
trade out of it.
Manu.
Getting a trade out of it. It's not much that Breakdown
10 seconds.
can do. And with 10 seconds remaining, it seems like Excalibur will be the first candidate to be making it to the grand finals. They're going to be holding on, and that will be it.
Wow. Ooh. It really was anyone's game, but we knew Excalibur was just trying to make up for that early DC.
And with that, Elastic Excalibur will be making it to the grand finals.
Crazy, wild. Love to see it. Congratulations, Elastic Excalibur. And yeah, there
That-
were some real tough fights in this one.
There was a lot of tough fights that happened. It was really nice to see how a lot of matches went down from one another. But in the end, Breakdown,
Breakdown just couldn't push back past Excalibur.
it's unfortunate.
It very much is. There was a good attempt there at the end, but they just couldn't keep the momentum up, and Excalibur was just relentless.
Yeah, you can see that on the replay right now with T-Tech just holding down ground when Octopus pushes up, deploying tri-strikes, and using everything that they can to get a push out of it. And
Mhm.
every time they succeeded in both defense and offense.
Whew, wow.
It's a tough call. But
It really is.
they both were in the end, they both were very good teams.
Mm-hmm.
They
We did-
both pushed. And
For no legs, though, we still see them getting love in the Twitch chat.
I'm so sorry, chat members.
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
so sorry.
Nagi did some real top-notch work with that Trizuka. It was beautiful.
Look at that.
Scary. And then
A
again,
lot-
you have a lot of Sir and Tomato trading with the brushes.
And look at Lexi trying to get that push.
That push right there. Like I said, that shot right there, like I said, of the Raidmaker right above the checkpoint.
Yeah, look at that. It's
Beautiful.
They handled any pressure that was provided by Breakdown, and Excalibur was like, I'll eat it for breakfast, I'll eat it for lunch, and I'll eat it for dinner. I can do this all day.
And this right here is real important too. I gotta point out, you gotta know when to hold back and wait for an opening. You can't just dive into the fight.
Especially in Undertale Spillway, with a lot of curves and hills that you have to consider. It's a very complex map that you have to think about ahead of time.
It really is. And again, that's all, you gotta wait for your team. They really do.
Oh yeah, definitely. But that's going to be it for semifinals. I believe we're going to be going on to finals now. I don't know who the next one is going to be. It's going against Excalibur, but we'll have to see.
And we're going to be going to a break. Stay with us.
We'll be right back.
Go ahead, Ricky.
Hi, hello. Welcome back to It's Dangerous to Go Alone, Season 40.
Top
And
Cut Power Bracket.
in Grand Finals.
Let's go. I am the War Queen here, commentating with Mr. Rookie.
And we are going to be showing off the last two of the Power Bracket finalists.
Oh, so sorry. Go ahead.
Elastic Excalibur, which we have saw from the previous round.
We just saw them. Man, what a work. And now we have them fighting Fancy Fowl, which team members disobeyed. Zenix? T-Bob, and Ulmer's Glue. Ulmer's. That weapon loadout, that selection of weapon loadout, that is exactly the weapon loadout I'd expect from somebody who calls himself Ulmer's Glue. I'm sorry.
Ulmer's Glue. It's a very interesting comp we have here, but they made their way to Grand Finals. So, whatever they have been doing, which...
It's gotta work, right?
Yeah, it has to work. We haven't seen them on stream throughout the whole event. So this is going to be the first time we see this team going in action. So
just what it looks like, the loadout, it looks like we have probably Zonox and Ulmer's are your midline slayers, and either T-Bob or Disobey doing backline work, or possibly some frontline work. I see a Tri-Stringer and a mini Splatling, the Zinc mini Splatling in Disobeyed's loadout.
And it's all going to be happening at this round, starting with Hagglefish Market in Splat Zones.
Classic.
This is I believe this is still one of the most popular map modes that people prefer to pick.
You know, it's a good open mode. It's you can either backline with chargers, midline with Splatlings, or just a lot of fun Slayer work in the center. It's
a interesting map. Lots of things to work with, to flank, to defend, to push, to defend, all the kinds of stuff. And we're going to be seeing it happen in just a little while.
Woo!
Now, Excalibur, we've seen him in action. They have been putting all the stops against Breakdown from the last round.
They really did.
Do you think we could see that happening at this final round?
You know, I really can't say at the moment. We really have to see how Fowl plays, because, like you said, we haven't seen them on stream yet, so we don't know how they're gonna play.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm asking it actually.
Because it looks like I don't think Breakdown had any other really fielded any chargers, and that might be a problem for Excalibur, since one of their they really rely on Lexi and that charger on open maps like Hagglefish. They
do, and Lexi has been a astounding charger player that we have seen so far.
An absolute monster with that E-leader.
Absolute monster.
And when they, when Clan Blitz, the Clan Blitz on Mahi Mahi, was it? No, it was Zones on Mahi Mahi.
Zones Mahi Mahi, yeah.
That work with the blaster, they kept that blaster for that.
Shipshape Co at Clan Blitz is what you meant.
Sorry. Woo! Anyways, here we go. Looks like we're in Splat Zones on Hagglefish Market.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, that's a gold dynamo. That's a new weapon, actually. That gold dynamo. Splat bombs and super chump?
Yep, splat bombs and super chump. It's a real good combination. I know a lot of people are excited about it.
A lot of defensive painting. We'll see how this goes in action.
Yep, and it looks like we already have the lead from Fowl, but Excalibur grabs it with the crab.
Yeah, already two teams are already pulling up their specials right now, trying to get a cap in the zones in right now. It's just a very tight middle ground. One team goes down from Fowl. Two, actually.
2 picks for Fowl. I think that'll give Excalibur a pickup. And Ulmer fighting with their golden dynamo, but they get picked.
And right now, Astro's trying to get a pick out of Viper, but Viper's not backing down. Ren's out of ink, I believe. He's using the hammer, but goes down already. So now it's just Excalibur trying to hold down the zone as much as possible. And Disobeyed right now, trying to get a flag out of it, but everyone notices it and is trying to back off. Probably have made it, but that's going to cost the Excalibur as they lost their zone in the process.
And that Bob gets picks Lexi with that inkjet.
You
Real
see
good
the
counter that
Ink Strike coming
charger.
out. Yeah. Super Chump and Ink Strike coming in to push back the Excalibur. Now Fancy Fowl is just holding on to this position. Dynamo gaining control of it. Now it's just Lexi holding on to their map as much as possible.
And there's Olmer's getting the zone back for Fowl. And they are catching up. They're pushing Excalibur back into their own base, keeping them away from the zone.
They're really pushing up the defense, and it seems like they're going to be able to get the lead out of it right now. Unless Viper does something with the hammer, doesn't get a pick out of it, misses that shot, and Tri-Strike coming in to make up for that happen. But Fancy Fowl turns it around.
They've got the lead now with 40 remaining. Oh, but Excalibur grabs them and gives them a 44-point penalty.
And right now, Excalibur is going to try to hold on while they wait for the penalty to go down. You can see ballpoint from the Fancy Fowls trying to figure out how to get some picks out of it, throwing everything they can with splat bombs and seekers, especially Super Jump coming away to get some painting out of it. Nice pick from that charger, I believe, towards the jet.
Excalibur just lost their hammer.
They do, but they still manage just to get back their zone. They have to clear out the penalty points, but 2 already go down. So now it's just Viper and T-Tech trying to hold on, but now it's just only Viper that's just gonna back off before they get picked out of it, and probably lose zones getting it to Excalibur.
There's Excalibur pushes up to take the zone with a really quick cap.
Gets 1 pick out of that tomato holding that zone along with T-Tech and the E-Leader. All teams from Fancy Fowl right now making their way toward the left side, throwing ink strikes at them while Gold Dynamo tries to get a paint out of it because there's a lot of paint being made by Excalibur. They get a lead out of it and picks by Lexi. Oh, but you can see going on the left side, Lexi notices there's a flank happening, but misses the process.
Ow. We saw Olmer's there holding the zone down for Fowl. And they continue to wipe out their numbers. Let's see if they can beat it.
They have to get to the point right now, and Viper is just flanking around, going to the base, taking down the T-Tech right now. Doesn't go down. Viper gets wiped by another Viper, but they get the lead already with Tri-Strike holding that zone as much as possible so that way they can create a bigger gap. Super Jump comes in to create a painting, but Hammer is already clearing them out, getting 1 and 2 picks out of it, maybe a third.
40-second
seem
penalty.
like it.
Oof.
Nice pick from the white by Tomato,
Oh,
but does go down already.
Oh.
There's a lot of back and forth plays happening right now. There's just only 1 more minute left. Viper trying to chase out that 1 team member from Excalibur while T-Bob holding down the cap with ballpoint.
Let's see if Lexi can get in good position to make a difference.
Lexi's going in for that aim right now, trying to get some picks out of it, but
but
ballpoint
Bob
pushes him back.
Yeah, Bob was right on him.
You don't want to mess around.
Ooh.
Oh, but does go down. I don't know what went down, but Fancy Fowl is still holding on. Fancy Fowl is still holding on, but it seems like they're able to get the half out of it. Astro and Chloro are trying to push, but Super Jump is already coming their way. They have to clear that out before they take the cap. But Fancy Fowl already holding on. And is unable to do so by Excalibur.
Let's see if Fowl can get pushed back and get their win.
We are now, we're going to be going into overtime now, so now Excalibur has to hold on for its dear life if they want to get a win out of it against Fancy Fowl, but you can see 1 slowly pushing in right now.
Oh, we're coming down, 25.
They're going to hold on. They got specialist readies. Tri-Strike coming in, and especially with Super Chump.
Oh, they lost it! No!
That Ink Strike costed Excalibur the win, and Fancy Fowl manages to capture the zone before they take the lead.
You saw it. Everybody was just so clumped up. That ink strike right there.
Now we're seeing how Fancy
Fowl plays. And a fist bump. I'd love to see it.
So now we get to see how Fancy Fowl plays again on stream now, and they, with their comps that they have, these are some interesting plays that they have right there. That ink strike at the end was a nice and an essential play that paid well off in the end.
It really did.
That Gold Dynamo Though I have
Olmer's glue baby. That gold dynamo was doing some really serious work.
just making them almost glue, making the enemy team eat glue. And you can see right now, Disobeyed has been making a lot of flank plays right there, either by helping a defending teammate with the ink strike that they have, or going for flanks to try to get something out of it to pressure the teammates.
And then we have Tomato just doing real fast work with that Splatana. This was a really bad spot that they couldn't get the hammer up the ledge, and they really should have tried so they could get back to the zone.
They were so close to getting that pick with the hammer, but whoever it was that escaped, they managed to stay safe, and that kind of costed Excalibur the play right there. But both Tomato and another Viper, who was it, Sonorax as a Viper, I believe. Both of them that play Viper have been playing very well.
Oh yeah, no, this is both very good
offense.
Viper. So here we see this we saw that really good bit with Ulmer literally inking the zone from the canopy. Really nice to see it. Now we're going to Scorch Clam Blitz, another really classic map and a really combination.
Now this one is going to be a little bit of a tighter route than Hagglefish Market.
Oh, for sure.
It's an interesting map, but we'll have to see when we get there. And just like that,
here we go.
We're going to round 2.
Let's see what Ulmer brings out. That's looks like a big swig.
Oh, heavy edit. I think that should be the heavy edit.
That's a heavy edit and a ballpoint. Let's see how Disobeyed works with this new Splatling.
Now this heavy edit, slow on the revving, but very fast on the bullets. Is that correct?
That is correct. It has a slower charge time, but a really high fire rate.
That is an interesting thing that Nintendo has created. I don't know much of how this weapon works, but I'm looking forward to see how this plays out. But you can already see Ballpoint and Zonox really getting some picks out of it, and some trade as well.
Looks like Ulmer was his first flat of match.
Yep, and Chlora right now just trying to gain control with Ink Strike and Flat Bombs. Just gathering clams before they can make a push out of it, but nice pick from that roller.
Clams.
Nice pick from the roller right there, trying to gain control of their side on the map while Ballpoint T-Ball.
I think Lexi just got him a nice pick off of that.
Yeah, it seems like they're in a difficult situation with Lexi trying to get that pick off of the Ballpoint, and now deploying the Inkjet, trying to get something out of it, gets one pick out of it, but the roller already goes down, so they may lose their power clamps in the process. But the Octopus right now trying to catch up to them, barely made it to the goal, but the Octopus stopped it.
See if he can do it.
Yeah, one more chance from Zonox. They're trying to hold back, but the weight break. No, they made it.
No, they made it. Oh wow. No, that was Excalibur snuck around. No, that was you're right. Sorry.
Yeah, that was Veggie Fowl making their way through the defense right now. I don't know what happened there, but they got their first clam, and now it's just Excalibur trying to hold their power clam in one clam if they want to take the lead. That's just one push right now. They can still turn it around, which is 3 minutes remaining.
Ink Strike doesn't manage any picks. Oh, 2 clams right in the barrier.
2 clams already, and Excalibur already takes the lead. Woo. So now it's going to be probably a back and forth situation, but T-Bob right there just gaining map control. Disobeyed as well with the new heavy edit Splatling.
Let's see how it goes. He's waiting. Looks like he's waiting for a chance to make a power clam.
Yes, indeed. And right now they're going to be ambushed by Astro. Astro does get the pick, but goes down. So now it's just T-Bob and Zonox just holding the position, but Zipcaster comes in the way. Successfully gets a pick out of it. Oh, can they get the pick off of the Inkjet? No, they don't. In fact, both of them go down with their specials, but Octopus does go down by Disobeyed, releasing the...
Looks like Fowl might be ready for a push. Oh, nope, they lost one.
They're just holding on to the position right now. They're trying to find ways out of it, but Excalibur is getting a little... Excalibur is getting a little bit more aggressive with their push right now, but it seems like Fancy Fowl is doing so well in the defense right now, trying to do everything they can. But now it's just T-Tech holding to that goal right now, but it seems like they can't do anything about it.
There's Fancy Fowl going in with 2 more clams. Oh.
Now this is where the action happens right now. They're still throwing in clams, but with just 3 remaining by the wiper, it seems like they're gonna try to get one more out of it.
Wipe out.
That's about it. And now Excalibur will have to find a way to grab more clams, more power
catch up.
Yeah, a lot of catching up to do, but they already got 1 right now, so it's just trying to gather as many more as possible if they want to make the push happen. But
looks like they already got almost 3.
They already took down 2 of the back lines, and now it's just Roller trying to hold on, but Tomato already getting a pick out of it. They missed the throw.
They missed! Oh no! And the second one got it. Let's see if they can get some catch up.
They got it actually, but that's not enough.
Oh no, that's not enough. Yeah, Fowl manages to push back and maintain their lead.
So now Fancy Fowl is just holding on to the positions. We got 1 more remaining. Fancy Fowl will have to try to defend and they want to keep the lead going. But if Excalibur manages to push us, they might get the round 2 win out of it. And you can see right now, the Roller holding on, getting that control, maintaining defense. All they have to do is defend if they want to win out of this, and that's what it seems like they're trying to do right now.
There's Olmer's defending with that big swing, doing some real good work. T-Bob gets picked. Let's see if they can keep hold on.
Nice pick from the roll. They managed to get a goal out of it, and now Zonox is just holding back the Excalibur team before going down. One of the teammates loses a life, but somehow manages to hit a wall, I believe.
Wow. Whew.
I mean...
Alright, here's Excalibur. They have their clan 10 seconds on the clock.
Yep, and now Excalibur needs to push right now. They want to make things happen.
They have 2 clans. They might get a 3rd.
Yeah, and now look at the spot Roller trying to come up, but manages to...
Ooh!
Nice.
Oh, they're gonna get it! Are they gonna get it? Tomato with the clam!
Tomato is not able to make the throw right now because of the Zipcaster.
Yeah. Oh, they did break the barrier. Overtime resets, but it's going quick.
Doesn't seem like there's going to be anything happening. But T-Tech throws. Whoa! What was that?
Last minute Hail Mary. That is what that was. And it clutches a win for Excalibur.
What a smooth move play by that T-Tech right there.
Woo!
Holy moly.
Sure.
That really made a difference right there. And now Excalibur is already going to be taking a win right there for round 2. Wow, indeed. Wow. All right, so now looking at this right now, both teams have been pushing back and forth in Clan Blitz Scorch. A lot of control happening and a lot of offense being pushed, mostly by Fancy Fowl. You can see right there.
I think we saw some real good coordination from Fancy Fowl, but Excalibur just has. I feel like Excalibur's players can work a little bit better solo, which allows them to get that that last minute clinch, that beautiful last minute clinch.
It's interesting. You can see right there, a lot of leads going back and forth. Fancy Fowl making a push, Excalibur making a push. You can see if Fancy Fowl did successfully get that gap out of it, but in the end,
a lot of real good teamwork here too. It seems like every time a team pushed, they had 2 clams ready to go.
Yeah, you can look right here. Fancy Fowl holding on. Tomato went aggressive with the Zipcaster, trying to get some picks out of it. That's what made things work for Excalibur.
You know, if I recall correctly, Zipcaster actually did get a really nice buff at the start of Drizzle season, so I'm sure we'll be seeing that a lot more in competitive.
That's right.
If I believe correctly, if I'm right, I think it does more burst damage when it hits a horizontal surface. So you actually kind of see Tomato doing that, trying to angle that to get those big pops with the Zipcaster.
Right. So you can see. Oh boy.
So now it's 1-1, and we are going to Inkblot Art Academy for tower control.
And we're already just getting into it right now. Let's see right here.
Yep. Oh, Ulmer's got a S-Blast. That's going to be fun. Let's see. There's the heavy edit again. No, nothing big, nothing new except for Ulmer's and that S-Blast, which I'm really excited to see how he works with that. Did we lose Rookie? Rookie, you're muted. Well, we've lost Rookie for a second. We've got wow, already at checkpoint 1, Excalibur. Let's see if they can hold it. We got the ink shirt going down. Picks T-Bob. And we have Fowl moving. Ooh, but it's almost a team wipe, letting Excalibur push in.
That's a nice push happening by Excalibur right now. Already pushing past first checkpoint, I believe.
They're already at checkpoint 2. Top of the ramp. Let's see if Fowl can bring it back.
Yeah, Excalibur's not backing down. They did seem to be losing their teammates right now, so it seems like they're going to have to back off.
Ooh.
Ink Strike, it's helping getting a compensation out of it. With T-Tech getting a pick out of it.
Ooh!
But Astro does.
Let's see if they can get that tower out of there.
Reef Slider being
Oh, here
deployed,
comes
but
Tomato
nothing.
again.
Gets nothing out of it. Nice pick from Tomato right there before launching the hammer.
Ooh, wow, that's all of the specials going down at once. Ooh, you hate to see it.
Right, yeah.
That's Excalibur at checkpoint 3. Oh, but Fowl manages to push back. Nope,
Yeah,
nope. Never mind.
Excalibur is really just holding off when necessary. A lot of pressure is trying to be...
They beat the checkpoint, but T-Bob gets some picks with that inkjet.
Yeah, right now it's just Viper trying to go back off so that way they can wait for the teammates to come up. So now Fancy Fowl may have the advantage out of that. We'll have to see. Excalibur has been really aggressive with the plays right now. Like I said!
Two picks. Oh.
Aggressive play right there, man, with Viper getting 2 picks out of it. That is amazing right there. Now they're back in the game.
They're back almost to where checkpoint 2 is.
Did
we got Zonarchs coming in real aggressive, but they're not getting any hits.
They're trying to get onto that tower right now, but they're being pushed back by the Ink Strike.
There they go, they got it. Let's see if they can get it back to the center.
Seems like this Excalibur may be in a little bit of a difficult situation with T-Bob trying to stop the teammate from pushing. Does successfully
Zonox pops off the Ink Strike, or the missiles. And we got T-Bob with his inkjet again. He's really works that really well. This made moving up with the heavy edit. Let's see. Oh no, but he looks like he's gotten flanked by the T-Tech. Ooh.
T-Tech getting that pick out of it, and they're slowly pushing out of it before being pushed back by Excalibur. And now with two people from Fancy
Astro
Fowl
moving in real fast. Astro moves in real fast in there for some quick defense. And Fowl has to run back because they lost 2 players, it looks like.
Yes, indeed. Right now, it's just a blaster back in the base right now. Excalibur making another push out of it.
Yeah, with the Wave Breaker. Here we go, checkpoint 2.
Here comes the hammer.
Ooh, picked.
Sort of got something out of it. I believe a pick from one of the teammates.
I think that was.
But they're still pushing.
Yeah,
2 people from Fancy Fowl remaining.
Ooh.
Does go down from the heavy edit, and it's a wipeout for Fancy Fowl. I believe this might be a KO for Excalibur, and that's going to be it.
Wow, oof, that was rough to watch. That was Excalibur just really aggressive, just not stopping.
Excalibur is now getting more aggressive on the push, especially for this map. So now, Fancy Fowl is at a position where they may need to figure out something if they want to make sure they want to be champions of Exchange to Go Alone Season 40.
Yep, and here we go. I believe, what was our next map? Oh no, here we go on the replays. And that was Lexi doing some just continually doing some real nice work with that E-leader.
Loving the pressure that they have right there. They've been applying pressure against Fancy Fowls a lot. There are times where they were able to break it, but Excalibur really can recover greatly and get back into action before Fancy Fowl can do anything about it. And you can see that right here
You
on
see
the
that a
replays.
lot. You see that a lot. They managed to stop Excalibur, but then they just can't keep the momentum going.
Right, yeah. And like you got Astro and Sonics. I keep messing up the name incorrectly, but you can see both of them really are just the offensive players, and they're really making their plays count. Like you can see it right here, getting a pick from Tomato being a wiper, not Sonics.
Do you think Fowl would have done better this round if Olmers had stuck with one of his rollers? Because he had the S Blast for this round, I believe. And I think they really missed that support from a roller.
For blasters, it's hard to say because this is one of those maps weapons where it's interesting. To me, that weapon.
Oh wait! Here's that spot where Tomato got those 2 picks. One on T-Bob, one on Disobeyed. Almost the third one. It looked like.
Almost the third one, but the teammate helped them out.
Yeah, I was thinking it was almost the third one on Olmers. Oh, this is disgusting. Here we go. We got Shipshape Cargo Co. Rainmaker.
Ooh. Now again, from what I saw, do you think we're going to be seeing a lot of back and forth happening?
Ooh, I don't know. Excalibur's been real aggressive. They've been able to just keep pushing back, and we just have to see if Fowl can hold them back. We got the big swing coming out for Olmers. Not a lot of change for Excalibur. So let's see how this goes.
And they're off. Seems like they're Olmers Glue is going back to the Splat Roller. Nothing much change happening from Excalibur. But hey, if it ain't broke, why fix it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, so that's the Splat Roller he has? Not the big swing? I thought it was a big swing.
Right there, but
here we go. We have
nice wipeout, and they're already off.
Oh, they didn't even use the Rainmaker to get that wipeout. They just wiped out and then brought it up. Oof.
Yep, and then already with the checkpoint
Let's
out of
see,
the way,
already has
Excalibur already pushing.
Oh,
barely. It was a difficult situation, but they managed to get. Oh, no, hold on.
Oh, again, you had to try.
I mean, why not? But hey, Fancy Fowl manages to stop them from getting a KO right now, but already within a minute.
T-Bob gets picked out of the sky. Oh.
Within a minute, Excalibur, they're still going.
They're still going.
They're not giving them any room to breathe. But Fancy Fowl managed to stop it. They're gonna try to push as far as they can, but already Lexi is just holding it back.
Almost back to the center.
It seems like the priority right now is stopping that E-liter, but their teammate is like, no, you're not getting our charger. You stop that right there.
Here's Tomato keeping the alleyway open with just how aggressive they are with that Splatana.
Yeah, right now everyone on the left side from Excalibur trying to gain control of the mid, but Fancy Fowl is trying to hold their defense up as much as possible. There might be possible things happening from Wiper.
Asper goes in with Rainmaker. Oh no!
And right now they get a trade.
It's
right
there.
Close again.
For it.
Close again, and now it's a wipeout. Fancy Fowl may manage.
They better run fast.
Breathe. They're gonna have to push past in the middle and on their way out. It's a big gap that they're happening here, but Excalibur has already proved they can be aggressive both offensively and defensively, so they're going to have to try some things to make up for it.
Oh, there we go, T-Bob right at the checkpoint.
Nice push happening right there. They're trying to do everything they can out of it.
They
got one pick from the hammer.
Oh, there we go. Zonox bringing the hammer up to get those picks. Oh!
Get that pick happening from Charger, alleviating the pressure. One goes down for Fancy Fouls, but manages to stop that from happening. They may be able to get a knockout. Is it going to happen? Whoa!
Oh, wow. What a comeback from Fancy Fowl to take the knockout.
Oh, my.
Ship-shaped Cargo Co. Rainmaker. Woo!
Oh, my.
That was intense.
We're now in the final round.
Woo! And a fist bump for Olmers and Zonorx. God, you'd love to see it.
Gotta celebrate that W, but this isn't over yet.
Nope, it is not. Here we go with the replays. Here we see Tomato just playing that real good, real aggressive Splatana.
Yeah, you can see that right there. Excalibur already
And that,
aggressive towards them and pushing towards
that
that 1 point
early
remaining.
wipeout that almost took Fowl out of the game in the first minute.
Look at that.
Whew, wow.
that was an intense match for this season.
That
isn't it?
was real intense.
Yeah, you can see right there, they're pushing up, getting 8 points remaining. They were
Now here we
slowly
see-
making their way there.
Here we saw that triple ink strike get used, but only got 1 pick. Really should have tried to space it out a little more.
Yeah, and
Ooh, and
See,
it jumped fed right into disobeyed and that heavy edit.
yeah, look at that 1 point that they had right there. They were so close to it.
Now here's
Look
the
at
fun thing.
this.
I think that was Olmer's pushing up and putting down that bubbler just to give the others a safe space to push too. And
Right.
here's that push.
That's a push from past the checkpoint. Yeah, you can see the bubbler happening right there.
And I think
In
that's
that
T-Bob
space.
holding the Rainmaker, just keeping it going.
That Almer's glue was just having at it with the two teammates, along with the Hammer too. Hammer got
And here
2
we
picks
go.
out of it.
Yeah, Zonox he got Tomato and he got Lexi. And that was
Yeah.
what Tomato could have done that last round.
That was essential for them.
That
Because
really
if
was.
Lexi was still alive, I don't think they would have made that.
They're real good charger.
And look at that,
Ugh,
already a lead. Can you believe it?
I cannot. So now we go to Museum, the Alfonso, Splat Zones, another classic combination, I think.
This is the last push.
Top cut. Fancy Fowl, Elastic Excalibur.
Let's see how this is gonna go.
Yeah, boy.
Seems like they're gonna be Umbrella this time.
Sorry, I got excited.
Interesting. So you see,
Oh yeah, that's gonna be
Umbrella,
interesting to
Umbrella.
see.
then another new weapon happening.
I could certainly see why. Ooh, Lexi gets picked out early.
Look at that happening. So now you got T-Tech being pushed back by the Ink Strike, just holding off everything they can. Umbrella already helping out with the wiper,
Woo!
trying to defend a teammate and getting a pick out of it. So now Fancy Flow is just going with the flow right now, holding off, pushing everything that they can out of it, everything they can. You can see Lexi right now trying to get in position to try to apply pressure out of it. Gets the first pick out of it. Nice
And
shot from Lexi.
Looks like they're at 50. Let's see if Excalibur can catch up. They do take control, really putting a real big penalty on Fowl.
And you see right now, Zelnox just trying to paint the zone right now. Gets ambushed by Astro, but manages to be saved. Nice one by...
Here we go,
Zanox.
Tomato going back in, but they...
Oh, Tomato manages to get a pick off of the ballpoint. And now, it's just Almer's glue right now, trying to jump safely out of the zone. And now
Looks like
Excalibur is just holding on to the zone as much as possible.
they clear out their penalty. Now they're at the full countdown now. There's Astro with the Crab Tank. And Olmer's with an Inkjet. Let's see what... Ooh, when he gets popped out of the sky.
And right now you can see, Inkjet and
Woo!
Hammer coming off, trying to get a pick out of it.
Ooh, tries to throw the hammer
shot.
at Lexi. Oh, it doesn't just miss. It also just not high enough.
Nice
Hit that
lead,
wall.
nice lead happening from Excalibur, and now they just have to hold on to that zone. They want to become champions of PGGA. Almost getting that shot from against T-Bob, and now Crab is just holding on,
Crab
gaining
and
control,
they get control again. Keep
pushing
holding
it back. Some Fancy Fowl seems to like they're having a hard time trying to get the push happening. They got the Inkjet company, get the first pick,
Yeah,
2 picks out of
ooh.
it. The hammer unfortunately does go down, so it's just Inkjet
Oh,
trying
but
to
they take
compensate that.
control, leaving Excalibur with 67-point penalty.
That's a big penalty, but that's going to be a lot of work happening for Fancy Fowl. They need to hold on to its dear life. The problem is right now you can see Lexi already in position trying to get the pick out of it.
Oh, but it looks
Inkjet
like
gets behind.
disobeyed. Looks like no, they were gonna try and shark it a little bit, but Astro picks it. Astro saw him.
And now
And
it's
a
a wipe.
out. Okay,
You
so
s-
it looks like Excalibur has control again. Let's see if they can keep it and get rid of that penalty.
They got a big penalty ahead of it, and already Fancy Fowl is running out, trying to find a push happening. But Excalibur trying to defend as always. But they're gonna have to be very careful about this. But unfortunately, their Fancy Fowl is running out of time. Less than 2 minutes remaining, so they're gonna have to deploy everything they can. Triple ink strikes, painting, disobeyed flanking. They're gonna have to try everything.
Yep.
Hammer helping disobeyed out and getting that pick.
Are they gonna get that
Disobeyed now paints
Almost.
the map. You can see right now just
Excalibur's
somebody holding on. There's just 2 of them remaining,
Oh,
but
they take the
unfortunately
kill
they
back.
lose it. And disobeyed does go down.
Disobeyed really should have been focused on slaying there. The edit is a real nice weapon, but it does just have the paint capability.
I don't believe there's a heavy edit right now, but
Oh, no,
yeah.
Oh, I thought there was. My bad.
But hey, you know what? It's over.
Oh!
Excalibur won.
Great to see it. Wow. Woo, wow.
And
Wow.
that is going to be It's Dangerous to Go Alone Season 40. Elastic Excalibur as
Your
your new champion.
champions. Tomato, Lexi, Chlor, 4454, and Astronomic.
Well
No fist bump,
done.
though. Tragic.
Well done. They were an amazing team that they worked with.
You know, for a minute there, I really thought that they Fowl had Excalibur on the back foot there for a little. It was real even, but Excalibur was just able to keep the pressure up.
They were the group that can manage pressure
Oh, did you?
without any problem.
They really can, and Lexi just getting some real tasty trick shots in with that E-leader.
Yeah, you have Lexi applying pressure from afar, Tomato going all out with the wiper, and everybody else trying to maintain control as much as possible with everything they got.
Mm-hmm. And Fowl really wasn't able just to sustain a lot of that. We had some really good attempts. But yeah, I hear Omer's getting picked out of the sky at least twice while using their inkjet, I think.
Yeah, and Fancy Fowl did a great job. They managed to coordinate really well, push and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But Excalibur knew what they were doing. They can adapt, they can position themselves to defend and push. And this is a free agency tournament too. So this is new. And they knew what they were doing together, and that's how they got the win.
That's the real beauty of It's Dangerous to Go Alone, because that free agent thing, it makes you have to really adjust your play styles, get working with, people you might not really know very well, and build a winning team. And that's what we see here with Excalibur, our Power Bracket champions for It's Dangerous to Go Alone Season 40.
It was amazing. Everyone did amazing, and this was a amazing event to see.
So from here, everyone here at Off the Dial and It's Dangerous to Go Alone, I want to thank you for joining us for Season 40. Remember, if you want to find us involved, you can find us by going to otd.inc or look for Off the Dial or It's Dangerous ID TGA on Google. You want to do the next one? Number 5 socials.
The socials. Yes. The socials.
All of our
Off the
social
Dial.
media platforms can be found at otd.inc/ Discord, Twitter. We have a Discord, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and obviously Twitch.
And you can see right here. You can find us on Twitter, on YouTube for archival purposes, or even on here on stream, where you can see highlights of the past previous of It's Dangerous to Go Alone and any other Off the Dial events that take place. And there's plenty of more to where that comes from here on out.
If you want to see some of those clips again, because there were some real good clips, like I said, I'm gonna have to go back and find that one shot of the Rainmaker.
And if you stick around on their YouTube, you might find some shorts on the way from the clips that happened from the previous events.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of a lot of great stuff in those too. Also, if you're interested in supporting Off the Dial and It's Dangerous to Go Alone, please go to our shop. We'll get some merch in return for what we do. Some product is always available, but there's new stuff coming all the time. Stuff gets cycled in and out. You can find that shop by going to shop.otd.inc. otd.inc. You can also gift merch to the Twitch chat. Just go over to every product, and you should get a pop-up if you want to make a gift of it. Which, you totally should, because we love to do this, right?
We do. It's a good way to support. It's a good way to support the organization.
For sure, and it's real cute stuff. It really is.
A lot of posters, a lot of clothing, all kinds of stuff, especially for featuring artists that we have. Like for example, currently in the catalog right now we have Poo Live.
Very cool.
That's helping this organization out with the merches.
Also want to throw out a shout out thanks to Amber for these new fun little chibis. I kind of want to hopefully get a personalized one soon, even though this one's still really cute.
These are really nice chibis, and I thank Amber for that.
They're super cute. I really love them. And also, if you're interested in following us, I am, of course, the War Queen. You can find me at the War Queen RIR on Twitter, or at Knighted Beast for my art, because I'm an artist along with this. How about you, Rookie?
While I am not really active on Twitter, you can still find me on Mr_Rookie_ on Twitter.com. Though I may not be posting a lot on the Twitter, from here on out I will be helping out with off the dial stuff for social related purposes that can help them grow and show off what this event is all about. But that is it.
It's real good fun, and it was just some real great matches. So once again, thank you for joining us, and keep an ear out. There's always more coming out.
And thank you for stopping by for It's Dangerous to Go Alone Season 40. Congrats to Elastic Excalibur for winning this event, and we will see you all next time on Off the Dial.
Stay fresh.
Thank you. Good night, and good luck in Big Run.
Good luck, runners. Take care.
See you soon.